Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 33 of the ADHD Gamer, your weekly video game and pop culture podcast, a news podcast. I am one of your hosts, Mike McMahon, and as always, I'm joined by Mr. Jonathan Franklin.
What's up, ADHD gamers?
And Adam the Intern himself, Mr. Adam Hammonds.
How's it going, guys?
Doing wonderful. How are you guys this week?
It's been a long week, man. All sorts of shit. I just left Orlando doing a music video for the sign language program, and that was all effing day and a pain in the ass, but it is what it is, and I'm here now.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you for showing us your face, Adam.
Good. I've had clinicals all week, second week, so my feet are hurting and my brain is also hurting.
Have your wife or your fiance rub your feet, possibly with ice. Also have her hold on, let me make sure I'm saying this right before I fuck this up. Have her, hold on, there we go, there it is. Have her, I'm sure she knows what this is, she's a female. Have her introduce you to paraffin wax.
Paraffin wax.
It will change your fucking life. My wife introduced me to paraffin wax. My feet and my hands, I do it once a week. It is now, my hands and my feet are now the smoothest thing in the world. It is a wax, just going off on a small tangent to let you know what it is. It is a wax that heats up inside of a I guess something that a heater, if you will, that they build for this thing. And you can you dip your hand in, you bring it out, you dip your hand in, you bring it out, you dip your hand in. I do it 4 times, and then you wait can't move your hand, so your hand's in like a cramped up ass position. But then you peel it. When you peel it off, your hand is smoother and shit. And you can also do it for your feet, and it works wonderful.
Well, once you're in surgery and your nose itches and you can't scratch it, you learn to be uncomfortable.
I've been there myself, boss. Been there myself. I also have to wear those wonderful latex at work that I cannot touch my face after I've touched multiple things at nighttime. I'm pretty sure this week's actually been worse.
You have the option to just take it off, scratch, put a new one on. I can't.
No, I don't have that option because
Really?
Yes, because have you ever taken a glove off and tried to put one on immediately after? Yeah, it's horrible, and you can't do that. It sucks. So I don't do that. I just keep the same glove on, and if I have to eat with them bitches, I eat with them bitches. If I die, I die. It is what it is.
Oh, God.
I mean, it is what it is. If I die, I die.
Man.
If I die, I die. It is what it is. It's been a horrible week. I'm pretty sure there are, from what I've heard, 2 patients at a hospital that I go to that possibly are being tested for this new virus. So it's wonderful that I get to be around all this wonderful stuff.
And you were at my house the other day. Yay.
I sure was. I was there yesterday. Yes.
Is that why my throat's
Drink a lot of alcohol.
Maybe. I mean, it could be. My throat's been hurting as well. But that's also been like that for about 3 weeks now. If I die, it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. Y'all just take over this shit. I guess erase my face off that shit and do your thing. Fuck, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. No, but it's just been a wonderful week because of that. If it wasn't, I don't give a shit. If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for fucking, I've just had a fucking horrible week. It's been one of them weeks of not wanting to do a goddamn thing, and it's been multiple moving nonstop, and it's been really fucking annoying. Like, all I want to do is sit in this goddamn chair, and I can't do that. So it's really annoying. So I'm really irritated, and it's mainly at myself for saying yes multiple times without being able to say no. Because that's who I am as a person. Too? I have had that problem for years, and I'm really mad at myself about it. I
feel that, my friend.
So anyway, people, welcome to the ADHD Gamer Podcast. You can find us everywhere, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at ADHD Gamer Podcast. And you can also find us on all podcast services anywhere you listen. Also, check our Mandalorian spoiler cast out, The Podalorian. That's also on all podcast services and also YouTube. Keep a lookout for the new show Tuna-Rama, which is going to be coming out soon. Me and Adam just did our episode yesterday, and me and Jonathan are going to be doing our episode soon when he gets some time and when we get some time together. So you guys keep a lookout for that. That should be coming up soon. I'll make sure to let you guys know. guys, with that being said, why don't we hop into what you guys have been, what we've been playing, and I guess we'll start. We started with Adam last week. Jonathan, why don't we start out with you?
Okay, sounds good. This week I've been playing a bunch of random different shit. I played a little ESO, a little Overwatch, a little Apex, and a not so new game, but new to me, Entropia Universe.
Okay.
Supposedly it's a MMO that you can earn money on. I haven't figured out how to earn money on it yet, but it's okay. It's kind of old and shitty looking, but hey, if I can earn like $5 off of it, I will.
Oh yeah.
But I doubt I'll be able to play it that long to fucking earn any goddamn money.
Yeah, it looks. Sitting here looking at it, looks a little bit old.
Yeah, it's rough looking. I don't know. It's okay. It kind of has a little bit of a storyline to it, but I don't know. I only played it for about 15, 20 minutes before I put it down.
Did it have?
I may never put it back on.
Did it have a lot of people?
There was a decent amount of people playing it at the time. So I mean, somebody's mining for fucking money.
It seems like these older MMOs. I mean, there's still people that play ever crack. So, I mean, with people, it seems like people. Once you've been playing something for so long, it really doesn't matter what it looks like as long as you've been playing it, you've been having fun with it. Yeah.
It's got a real world money system in it, and I was worried that it was kind of gambling related, but it's not. Apparently, it's just a way of exchanging resources and stuff.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just got to pick out what's hot and sell it.
Okay.
So, yep.
That sounds fun. Adam, you want to let us know? Talk to us a little bit about what you've been playing.
I have been playing Kakarot some more. Really been enjoying it. I've been min-maxing in between the arcs, so I spent a good 3 hours doing all the little side quests as Gohan before I even went to Planet Namek, and it's not bad. I've really been enjoying it, and can't wait till I get to later and then get to the end game.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad you're one of the only 3 people that enjoy this game, and I am very glad that I'm glad you're enjoying it, because I mean, like, it's one of those things that I always say, shit can be bad all it wants to, for review side, but as long as somebody else is enjoying that game, it doesn't matter if it's bad to them or not, or it doesn't matter if it's bad review wise. As long as you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. I've had fun with some really badly reviewed games. Example, Lollipop Chainsaw. Had a lot of fun with that game, and it was reviewed very badly.
One of the best games.
I don't want to say one of the best all time, but I did have a lot of fun with it.
I mean, I wasn't here for Show of the Decade, but it was on my list.
It's definitely on. It was definitely on my list as well. I want to give everyone a heads up. For some reason, this popped up in my email just now, actually, while we're doing this show at fucking February 2nd. Right now, there's a hot deal on Microsoft for a $10 Xbox gift card for 8,000 reward points. If you have 8,000 reward points, you can pull in a $10,000 or a $10 gift card, which is normally 10,000 points. So I just wanted to let you guys know that right now. So you can technically get a $10 gift card for I guess it's basically $8 or whatever you will. So if you guys want to pick that up, you can. I'm going to pick mine up right now. What was I saying?
Use my login for this.
No, I don't think a lot of people usually do. It's usually your login is just your Microsoft account. So I have been playing a little bit of some Luigi's Mansion 3. Kind of going back to some backlog a little bit, and have been trying to beat out a bunch of this crap and enjoy it and do some things, and trying to find one game is so rough to do, and trying to find something to get into and to stay with, and it's kind of one of the things where, when we started, it was, hey, let's hop into this backlog. I really want to do this backlog. Let's get it done. And then I do it. Then I get into it, and it's like, I don't want to play this. I don't want to play this either. I don't want to play this. I don't want to play this either. Don't want to play this. So I've also been playing ESO. I hopped into ESO with some friends that I've known for multiple years that I've never met in real life. I've only known them on Facebook and other gaming forums. and had a fucking blast. Just sitting there and chilling out and not fucking doing anything, just questing, doing not a goddamn thing, and it's been lovely. I can't wait to play a little bit more of ESO, and also, I mean, Luigi's Mansion 3 is actually really, I'm enjoying every fucking second of it, and it's a really charming little game that I've had fun with playing with my kids, and it has a really awesome co-op scheme. I just haven't been in the mood, and I don't want to play a really good game and not be in the mood. So, yeah, so that's where I'm at in life. But Luigi's Mansion 3 is fun. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah,
I think
I enjoyed it when I was playing through it.
I think the themes, I think the floors, the different themes on each floor was cool. I think I'm on floor 7 now is what I'm on, and I'm enjoying the different themes. I'm enjoying the way Luigi's just fucking scared all the time. It's a very cute game. It's a very cutesy game, and if you played 1 or if you played Dark Shadows, then it's kind of the same shit, besides Gooigi. And Gooigi makes everything so much easier and so much better. Sometimes, but the bad part about it is I forget Gooigi is there most of the time when I need him. Things are like, man, how do I get that gem? Oh shit, Gooigi's here. He can go through that, and then I use him, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I see. I've been enjoying it. Other than that, that's really it. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me again. I'm sorry. Other than that, that's really all I've been doing. Nothing else. I've been trying to find something to play, and I can't. Plus, I've been trying to find the time to have something to play, and I don't have any time.
I feel you on that with school and studying for this exam and everything. It's hard finding time to do anything.
You want me to tell you something even funnier about that situation that you said? Would you like to hear?
Sure.
You have no children either.
Yeah, I knew I was going there.
Wait till you have children. It gets worse.
That's why I'm doing this while I don't have children, so I can focus exclusively on this.
It gets worse because, and it's not because I want to throw this out there, not saying anything about bad parenting or anything, but I want people to realize that why I'm saying that is because playing games while my kids are here, I don't like, because then I feel bad about playing the games while the kids are here, because then I could be spending time with the kids, which I do love to do. It's just one of those things of, if you're a parent, you're a parent first, and you're a gamer, whatever you want to call it, second. And spending time with your kids is the number one thing in the world, because you could want to teach them to be decent human beings. And that's what you should do, and that's what I do. And then it's like, can y'all just go for like, go shopping for a day? Just go take this card and go spend all this money. I don't care. Go do what you want to do. Just give me like 30 minutes of game time, and I'm excited. It's one of those things.
I always feel guilty if I'm in the room and the kids are here and I want to play a fucking game, or I start playing something like Apex and they're in the other room. But luckily, I do have a kid that does play Apex. So every once in a while, I do make the excuse to come in here. But I already feel bad enough doing schoolwork and having to be stuck in front of a fucking computer half the day anyway when they're home.
And see, that's why I can't wait for my daughter to get a little bit older, my 8-year-old, because she's so much into like doing this kind of stuff that I do. She loves playing video games. She loves being around me. She loves coming here and watching. She loves watching. She loves playing Pokemon and things. I can't wait till she gets a little bit older, where she's like, "Hey, can I borrow this and go play it? And I'll let you know what I feel about it." Yeah, go do that. Or and 20, 15 years from now, if for some reason this podcast is still going and she's sitting right beside me and we're doing this together, or things of that nature. It's kind of one of those things where it's exciting. So, yeah. It's just it's different, man. It's freaking weird. Okay, guys. Well, getting out of that little dark segment, let's hop into our topless segment. Let's hop into the wonderful topless segment. No, Adam, you cannot take your shirt off. Let's hop into this and let's talk about what we're wearing tonight. I think we started with John last week. Adam, or did we start with Adam last week? I think we started with John last week. Adam, let's go ahead and start with you. Go ahead and show us what you're working with here. Not your penis.
Good call.
Do not whip that out. Adam, what are you doing? Sorry, audio listeners, nothing he's doing. What am I looking at here, man?
What am I looking at, Adam? Adam, stop showing me your dick and tell me what you're looking at.
So, This is a shirt that I got at Hot Topic last week, and I think it was last weekend. I had some hot cash that was fixing to expire. So it is the Ouroboros and the Gluttony, Lust, and Greed from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, okay. I probably should have noticed that. I haven't watched Full Metal in a long time.
One of my all-time favorite animes.
It is one of mine too, and I still fucking didn't recognize what that was. Wonderful. Yes. My memory is going to shit.
So it is that, and it's just really cool.
That's awesome. John, what about you? What are you working with tonight?
I got a My Hero shirt. Oop, I fell down. Goddamn. Let's see there. There we go. Got this off Wish.
Wish, okay.
Yep. Got a little All Might here with a Deku underneath. So
with a little Deku in there. A little Deku. Okay. All right.
What about you, buddy?
I am pushing a shirt that I got from MegaCon. Actually, as ironic as this sounds, Adam, your fiance bought me this shirt. This is my Quailman shirt that the guy I tried to tempt the guy at MegaCon. I forgot what company this is from. I tried to actually tempt the guy. The guy was like, "Hey man, I was dressed as Quailman. I was cosplaying as Quailman. Like normally, if nobody knows this, which I'm sure you don't know who I am. I am the damn Quailman of Central Florida. I am the only, in my own opinion. There is another guy. He's a dickhead. There is
battle worn.
No, I'm not playing. The guy really was a dickhead. Ask Courtney about him. He had like holes all in his shirt, and he looked like he was in battle. And I was trying to take a picture of him. Like, hey man, that's cool. I've never seen another Quailman. It's pretty fucking cool. And then it was just kind of one of those things of, hey man, fuck you. And it was all right, bro. Don't make me Quail call your ass. But
he was straight up acting like he was better than you.
Yeah,
and he was pissed off because you were dressed like Quailman.
And I looked better. I did. I looked better.
You did. Oh, honestly, you did.
I looked better. I love it. I loved it. I know I loved it.
And that wasn't your first time being Quailman, was it?
No, I went with you. The first time was Tampa Bay Comic Con,
I think so, yeah.
And then we went to MegaCon with Courtney, and that was my second time doing it. It was actually
People
the last time.
Snatched that shit quick, man.
I know they loved it. I got pictures with a chick that was dressed up as Judy. I got pictures with another chick that was also dressed up as Quailman. She was in a pink type of getup, which was wonderful. I thought that was cool. She actually had a pork chop on her shoulder, which she told me where she got it, so I could get me one. And mine's actually hanging up right here beside me, which was really fucking cool.
Cool.
Yeah, man, fun times.
People will take your idea when you're. Well, I guess it's not really your idea, but like they're quick. Like in the next con you go to, I mean, remember I went to fucking go out Ox King all the time, and like literally the next con I went to, one popped up, but nobody sees fucking Ox King. Fucking stupid, man.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's almost like you're a inspiration if you think about it. I mean, it's cool, but it's like it sucks when somebody's just. It sucks just when somebody's it wouldn't be bad if people went a dickhead. If the dude would have been like, hey man, let's take a picture together. Yeah, dude, let's fucking do it, bro. But when you're just being a dickhead because you're mad because somebody else is, dressed up as something too. It's a convention for a reason. There's multiple fans of multiple things. It's kind of pissed me off. I want to let everyone know that this sparkling ice new fucking caffeine drink these bitches make are fucking amazing. Anybody know sparkling ice? This is their caffeine energy type drink. It's fucking pretty banging. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Interesting.
That is my second piece of caffeine I have had since I've gotten off this caffeine kick, and I will tell you that my headaches are fucking still just as bad. I have now been off for a week and a half, and it's just as bad. Anyway, getting out of topless here, I guess we're going to go ahead and pop into the news, gentlemen. Yeah, I guess we're going to go ahead and pop into the news here. So the very first story that I'm going to talk about, I would like to talk about with you, gentlemen, is I'm going to throw a little bit at you here. Adam, good friend.
Yes, good friend.
Do you have the story pulled up here?
Of the first one?
Yes.
I did, and then I'm not gonna lie, Internet Explorer crashed on me.
Oh,
that's why you should use Chrome.
Number one, why are you still using Internet Explorer?
Because that's what pulls up when I click the link. I normally use Firefox.
Okay, cool. Why don't you open that for me real quick?
And 3, 2, open.
Opened. Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, Adam, I would like you to go ahead and talk about it. So you go ahead and tell us where this article's from. So I'll teach you, young Padawan. So tell us where this article's from.
This article is from comicbook.com, and it was written by a lovely person named Roland Bishop.
Atta fucking boy. And why don't you read me the title of it?
The title is Atari Hotel Announced for Phoenix, Austin, Chicago, and more.
Awesome. Why don't you read us a little bit of the first? I'll tell you what. Why don't you read a little bit of the article here, and then there's a quote. There's two quotes here. We're going to read those two quotes.
All right. So, in a somewhat strange turn of events, it would appear that there could be several officially licensed Atari-branded hotels up and running in the next several years. Atari has announced that the company has struck a licensing agreement with GSD Group and the real estate developer True North Studio for the development of a bunch of Atari-branded hotels in several locations within the United States. It's important to note here that the licensing agreement appears to be done and signed. There's seemingly no timeline as to when exactly any hotels might be operational.
Adam, hold on one second. I want you guys to pay attention to, and also listeners, pay attention to two names that Adam said there, GSD Group, and pay attention to True North Studio, and then pay attention to the word licensing. And I'm going to explain to you what this bullshit is. Adam, and I say bullshit for a reason. Adam, please finish what you were saying. I apologize that I interrupted you.
You are okay. According to Atari, the first hotel, which will be in Phoenix, is set to break ground this year, and other planned locations in the agreement are Austin, Chicago, Denver, Las Vegas, San Francisco, San Jose, and Seattle. Even so, there's already a website where folks can express their interest in becoming a member. And we have a quote here from the CEO of Atari. The Atari hotels will feature common areas following the latest trends in hospitality with a focus on the video game universe and the Atari brand. They will include a state-of-the-art esports studio, an Atari gaming playground, meeting and event rooms, co-working spaces, restaurants, bars, a bakery, a movie theater, and a gym. They are targeted at family or business travelers, providing a luxurious, relaxed, and all-in-one experience. He goes on further to state that we are thrilled to partner with GSD Group and True North Studio to build the first ever Atari-branded hotel across the United States. Together, we'll build a space that will be much more than just a place to stay. Atari is an iconic global brand that resonates with people of all ages, countries, cultures, ethnic backgrounds, and cannot wait for our fans and their families to enjoy this new hotel concept.
Thank you, Adam. So before I hop into my rant, how do you two feel about this? Would you stay in an Atari hotel? How are you feeling about this, gentlemen? One of you go first. Doesn't matter.
I probably would not stay in an Atari hotel. Probably would be expensive as fuck.
I actually don't think it's going to be as expensive. I actually think it's going to be maybe like Ramada prices, I believe, is something I quoted here, which are not that horrible.
I mean, it is going to be in some major cities, especially if it's in like Vegas and stuff like that.
Vegas is not that expensive though, dude. Vegas is like cheap hotels.
Depending on where it's at, it can be. Honestly, I don't see a point in going to a specialized thing unless it's something really, really important to me. You know what I mean? So I don't think I'll ever go. I mean, it's neat that they're doing that. I'm sure there's definitely a market for it, but I don't see me going to this or staying in any of these hotels.
If I had an excuse to stay in one, I would, but I would never go out of my way to stay in one.
Okay. So number one, I agree with both of you that if I had to stay there, if it was a thing of, oh, you know what, I'm going to Denver again. Honey, I do not want an Airbnb. I want to stay at this Atari hotel. Yes, I would do it. Number two, John, I don't agree with you on one part of what you said, is that I don't think there's a market for this. I don't. The only thing you're pulling out of this is old. They're talking about. They say something down here about pulling businessmen and things of that nature. Listen, Atari's brand. Atari is not a brand anymore. Well, it is a brand, but Atari is nothing but a name now. Atari has. I told you guys to pulling out 3 different names here. So, goddamn motorcycles. So, GSD Group is the real estate company that's going to be looking for the properties and the buildings for them to do this stuff with. True North Studio is the development group, which means they're going to be the builders. Atari is doing nothing but licensing their name out, which means that that's all they're doing. This is just a licensing. You know, all they're doing is, what the fuck else can we do with Atari? We got a console that hasn't shipped yet. What else are we gonna do? You know, it's just Atari's name getting ran through the mud once again. And the first thing, you know, you never know. These hotels might have a 4.9 out of 5 stars. You never fucking know. But then it comes down to one of those things of, why are you doing this? You know, why, what makes you think that there's supposed to be, I don't think the quote's in here, Adam. I don't think you said anything about AR, VR, but supposedly they're supposed to have like a room specifically for AR and VR. They're supposed to have like, I don't know. Maybe there's probably going to be an arcade room, I'm going to guess. You know, that's cool and all, but unless you have rooms kind of like Disney does where they're themed to where like you have a themed asteroids room, or you have a themed Pong room, or you have a themed
ET room.
ET, yeah, actually, and to be honest, as much shit as you're talking about, that would be fine, because that game goes down in history, you know, as probably the worst game of all time. You know, it is. I mean, there was stuff behind that about that game being buried, so that stuff would be cool, you know, but I don't see anything like this. I don't want to say it's not going to come to fruition, because it's definitely going to come to fruition. But, I mean, it just cracks me. I don't think it... Here's the thing. Also opening the bitch in Phoenix first. What is in Phoenix? Not a lot. So,
Grand Canyon is in Arizona. You can go to it. But
yeah, you can. You can go to Grand Canyon.
You can go to, but this is my thing about what I was saying. Like, let me ask you this question: when you go and you stay in a hotel somewhere, do you stay in your hotel?
Not mostly.
How much time do you really spend other than sleeping?
I mean, not much. I mean, if I'm bored or something that day, then I sit around. But I mean, not much really. No.
And if you're in Vegas, obviously that's a little bit of a different story. But for me personally, if I'm going somewhere, I'm going to see what I'm going to fucking see. I'm not going to go stay in a hotel and enjoy it and all that shit. It just seems like a waste of money to me, but I'm also kind of a prude stickler about that kind of shit.
This is one of the things that I said, is that when they announced this, like, okay, I understand you do this and all, but why don't you just open one in Vegas? Vegas would have made sense for something like this. Vegas is a bunch of weird shit. You know, why not just open something like this in Vegas? You know, you'll probably sell out, because everybody goes to Vegas, especially if you put it on the Strip. It'll fucking sell. Rooms will sell. No matter if they care about Atari or not, rooms will sell. You know, that... Just do it once and see what happens. But the thing is, like, I don't think they talked about what they say, Adam, 6 or 7 of these opening. I think it's if Phoenix opens and stays alive more than a year, it would surprise me. Possibly, well, actually, I'm going to say about 3 to 5 years, because the first year it will survive, because people will fly there just to see what it's like and review it and all that crap. But yeah, this is weird. It's a very weird situation.
I'm surprised Atari is still alive.
Me as well, my friend. I am very surprised that they are still alive as well.
Stock price settling at 37 cents.
Where's that, Atari?
Yeah.
That's what Atari.
Well, they still own the rights to Dig Dug, so I mean that's keeping them afloat. That's
what Atari's stock price is right now.
Yeah.
37 cents.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Fucking sad.
It's fucking hilarious. It cracks me. Like I said, they've got that console. They delayed the console coming out to all the Kickstarters and stuff of that nature, because they're trying to put, which made sense, because they were putting new hardware and stuff in it, because new hardware came out since they built the console. But the problem is that I heard somebody say, I think Jeff Gerstmann said something on Giant Bomb the other day when I was listening to it, of, Yeah, they're gonna have to make those consoles because all the ones that come off the shelves at Walmart and Target and everybody sends back and sells back, they're gonna have to put all of one in each one of these rooms because they're not gonna be able to sell that console. That console, what are they gonna? They've talked a little bit about about the new Atari that they're making, and Atari is just a name now. You know, it's got a bunch of different people that weren't there in the original days. You know, it cracks me up, man. It just cracks me up the way that Atari's being blown out of the water now. It's just fucking, it's a name. It's fucking just ran in the dirt now.
I mean, $389 for that console is a little much.
That's the higher up one. I think it was actually cheaper than that. I think it's like two. They dropped one to $200 or $250, which is still a shitload. And they're not gonna have. They talked about having like a bunch of Atari games for like $10 or something like that on it, but there's none. But what else are you gonna do? Like no third party's gonna want to fucking develop for that shit because it's not gonna sell. So you know why? Or nobody's gonna want to develop for that console. So why are you even doing this? You know, it's just one of them things. I'm gonna move a story up in the docket. I'm going to move a story up here in the docket. John, I would like you to pull this one under the Forge thing here. Are you looking in the documents?
Yep.
All right, pull that link. The one that's probably, I didn't fully address it to you. I probably should have. There. Now I just addressed it to you. If you can see it.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Pull that link. All right, so give us a little bit here about that. I'll let you go ahead and tell us where it's from and all that good stuff. It's the name's in the top left.
Okay. This is from WCCFtech.com, written by Nathan Birch. The title is Resident Evil 8 may be first person again. Chris, Ethan, and traditional zombies returning.
All right, cool. Yeah. Give us a little bit here. You don't gotta. You can read the whole article if you want. That's fine. It's not a big article, or you can just read enough and figure out what you want to do there.
Yeah, I'll read enough and see. Okay. So directly from this article, it says recently we brought you some new rumors about Resident Evil 8. Specifically, the development had been rebooted at some point and the finished game was probably years away. Well, apparently Capcom just can't keep a lid on Resident Evil 8 because another set of more specific rumors about the game's story and features has begun to making rounds. These rumors come courtesy of Biohazard Declassified, which received an email from a person with an address similar to someone who accurately leaked RE details in the past. Noted insider Nebel has also vouched for the information. That said, as always, you should take these rumors with a grain of salt. It sounds like Resident Evil 8 will be a fairly direct sequel to Resident Evil 7, with both Ethan Winters and Chris Redfield returning in some capacity. First-person style gameplay will return, but the setting will be new, with players apparently beginning the game in a European-style village, then making their way around toward a castle, passing through a snowy and mountainous environments on the way. Traditional zombies will return as opposed to the molded RE7, and players will also face wolf-like enemies and a recurring shadowy female-shaped entity that will dissolve but not permanently die if shot. So there is a lot of stuff in here that was just said in that little paragraph. You know, I immediately think of Resident Evil. Actually, it just says it right here. Resident Evil 4. You're talking about going toward a castle and an Eastern European village. That was kind of the setup of the original Resident Evil 4. Plus, we have, Ethan Winters and Chris Redfield. This is actually really exciting. I definitely wanted a continuation of Resident Evil 7. You played it. It was fucking fantastic and scary as shit. You didn't play it?
I played 5 minutes of it and turned it off when I walked in the water and people started moving around.
But it was scary as fuck, wasn't it?
The first 5 minutes of me walking in water and a bitch ran at me underwater, yeah, I don't want to play it no more.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I mean, this fucking game was really good. I really enjoyed it. Scared the fucking panties off of me.
Man, fear still scares me.
Dude, fear. The first fear was terrifying.
Alma.
All those fucking jump scares. Alma is just fucks you up.
Alma will rush her. The first time when I first played Fear, and Alma rushed me in the, what was it? It was the first or second Fear when she rushed me in the air vents. I was done. That was it. I was done. Turn the game off. I'm done. I don't want to play this game no more. Finished.
The one I still remember, I don't remember all the jump scares, was there was a point where you're climbing up a fucking ladder and you get to the top and there she is and she just scares the fucking pants off of you. It's fucking disgusting.
Fucking whore.
Yeah. I mean, but in this, I'm excited. I hope they keep the first person style gameplay. I think that was really a big selling point. And if they're kind of going back to the area of Resident Evil 4, I mean, it's got me excited just thinking about it. So
that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm glad y'all are excited, or you're excited. Adam, is there anything for you? Nothing for you as well. See, this would be, me and Adam were discussing yesterday. This would be a let's play moment of letting Jonathan play through the game. Maybe a quick hour to hour and a half of gameplay. Letting John play for an hour and a half, and I will happily watch that hour to an hour and a half, and that's about all you're getting out of me. Then I'm going to go watch a comedy movie and then possibly try to go to bed.
That's the best thing to scare your fears away.
Fuck all that.
Comedy, man.
I'll come home.
I used to do that when I was a kid. Every time I finished playing like Resident Evil or Silent Hill, and just like pop in the Goofy movie, and just kind of end that.
Such a wonderful movie.
I would always do that, but I'd put on like Cartoon Network. But it would always like right as Courage was coming on, and that show was creepy in and of itself.
Courage was a little bit of a creepy ass show.
Cowardly dog.
I really hope somebody picks Courage on my goddamn show so I can talk about it. I love that show so much. It doesn't do anything for me. Like it's cool. I do want to see more Resident Evil stuff come because I know that's big for a lot of people. And I mean, I want to see more stuff come because I mean the Resident Evil series is great. I played 2 before I had my problems, which are my own problems. I played 2. I love 2. 2, the remake was great. I'm gonna play the remake of 3 because 3 was great for me, at least as a child. I just want to see. 7 was too damn freaky, man. 7 almost fucked me up. 7 was bad. Like not bad as in bad game. It looked like a really good game. People loved it.
I was looking at my VR version today, or a couple days ago, thinking, "Oh man, I'm gonna pop it in." And I sat there and thought about it for a few minutes, and I'm like, I got better things to do, like schoolwork. Let me go do that.
I'm not popping that bad boy in. That bad boy can go to hell for all I care.
Dude,
fuck all that game. So that is that. We'll move on to the next one here. I'll go ahead and take this one. Right. Just want to let everyone know this photo I'm about to put up is not from the actual thing. I found this and I really enjoyed this photo.
Samurai Jack. I love it.
No, that is Geralt.
It's not. Well, I know it's Geralt, you jackass, but it's done in the style of Samurai.
It is done in the art of Samurai Jack. Yes, I just love this photo. But this story comes to us from Adele Anchors at IGN. It's the Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf movie that we talked about last week on the show. Will be a Vesemir origin story. Netflix confirms. So before I read any bit about this, I'm going to go ahead and let you know. Well, actually, this tells you in here. I shouldn't have to tell you. I'll just read this because I'm too much of an asshole, and I'll just tell you anyway. Netflix has shared new details about The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf, confirming Vesemir will be the movie's central protagonist. The streamer released an official synopsis on the listing page of the recently announced movie, revealing the upcoming anime will serve as an origin story for Vesemir, aka Geralt of Rivia's mentor and father figure. The description reads, quote, "Long before mentoring Geralt, Vesemir begins his own journey as a Witcher after the mysterious Deglan claims him through the law of surprise." End quote. A young Vesemir was previously teased in the final episode of the Netflix Witcher series as Geralt recollected a voice saying, "I've been waiting for you." He then responds by calling out Vesemir's name. In this case, Vesemir's short line of dialogue was delivered by Divergent star Theo James, so it is not outside of the realms that possibly the actor also recorded lines for the character's appearance in Nightmare of the Wolf, though it is unconfirmed at this stage. Whew. This new movie comes from The Witcher's producers Lauren Hisrich and Bo DeMeo with Studio Mur, the renowned Korean animation studio behind The Legend of Korra and Voltron: Legendary Defender. So probably don't do anything for you, but this is very exciting for multiple reasons. Number one, The Witcher lives on. Number two, The Witcher lives on. It's exciting because I can't wait to the games and the books. The books gave a little bit about Vesemir and his origin story, but not a crap load. I really do want to see this and see where it goes. And plus, Studio Mur is a wonderful studio. I love The Legend of Korra, and I liked Voltron, the couple episodes I watched. So they have a good animation studio behind them. So I do want to see where this goes. It's exciting. It's more Witcher stuff. It's pretty cool. I mean, Witcher's their number one watch thing, so you know it makes sense that they keep doing stuff with it. That's just me though.
I am almost through with the first book.
It's about time.
I know. I'm getting to the point where he's meeting Yennefer, so I'll be able to watch the show soon.
And then you're gonna pull into the second book, and you're gonna be confused as fuck all over again. That's how that works. I hate to tell you.
And I feel like that's why I kind of go in and out of listening to it. Like I finish like with one story, I'm like, all right, let me like collect my thoughts, process.
Yeah, it's
jump into a whole nother.
The short stories are rough sometimes. Anybody else have anything to say about this?
No.
Y'all are just a weird crew tonight. Jesus.
I'm tired, man. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna talk for one. Well, actually, here, you know what? I'll go ahead and go with this one. Where's this one at? Here it is. Bam. So, This story comes to us from Luke Pluckett over at Kotaku. Nintendo says no new Switch models planned for 2020. I'm going to read this whole thing, probably goes. Despite already announcing and releasing a new Switch model in 2019, rumors that Nintendo would release another variant of its latest console, a beefier, fancier, quote, pro, end quotes, version, has refused to go away. So Nintendo has come out and just flat out said there are no new Switch models coming, at least in 2020. No doubt keen to have people buy their consoles now instead of holding out for some hypothetical point in the future for some hypothetical new model. A short statement tucked away on page 10 of Nintendo's latest fiscal report reads, "Please note that we have no plans to launch a new Nintendo Switch model during 2020. That's that. Then feel free to ignore those Eternal Pro rumors for a while. Then let's reconvene in 2021 and see where we're at." I'll let you gentlemen discuss a little bit about before I go ahead and go. Go ahead.
I feel like I don't even need a Pro Switch. Like the Switch can do what it does. I mean, go ahead.
At this point, what would a Pro give you besides like a longer battery life and a potentially bigger screen?
Absolutely. And it's not like you're going to well, I don't want to speak out of that, but it's probably not going to get games that are different for it. It may, but in the same instance, you're going to be playing the same games you're playing on a regular Switch as you're playing on a Pro. And when I go play a Nintendo fucking console, I'm not going there to play, some badass game. I'm going to play something that's maybe a little nostalgic or just kind of a general fun enjoyment game. It's not something that I'm really caring about major graphics or major performance. So, I mean, but that's me.
So, number one, that isn't who Nintendo is. Nintendo does not make beefy consoles. So they, in all honesty, Nintendo does not care how strong their console is, because their games will sell because their games are good. Number two, there's no reason to bring a new Switch Pro out. That was in quotations for audio listeners. There's no reason to bring a Switch Pro out because number one, a Switch Pro will not be able to stick with there will not be strong enough to stick with a PS4, and it will not be strong enough, or PS5, and will not be strong enough to stick with an Xbox Series X, because that's the only reason they would bring out a Switch Pro was to have the new console generation, then to compete with those two. And it will not be there. I mean, it won't be. There's no way it could compete because it's just too tiny of a console to be able to put that kind of stuff in. Now, eventually, do I see this happening? Oh yeah, I mean, look at Alienware. Look at Alienware and the stuff they did with that UFO. I mean, this stuff could be done, but this isn't who Nintendo is. Nintendo doesn't want to let you play Cyberpunk on their console, which I do have a feeling one day, eventually, they'll fucking turn Cyberpunk down to 565p, and you'll be playing Cyberpunk on because that's who CD Projekt Red is. I mean, that's fine if that's the way you want to play it. Cool, The Witcher's on there, it plays. You know, it runs fine on the Switch. Cool, whatever. This is not who they are. So, after speaking about that, with that being said, Nintendo is releasing a new Switch in 2020. So throwing up some images here for you guys. Nintendo is releasing an Animal Crossing Horizons themed Switch. It's going to come out on, or it's going to be available on March 13th, 2020, and it's going to be $299.99. For you audio listeners here, I love the colors of this thing. The colors of this thing are like one of your right Joy-Con is like a light baby blue, and your left Joy-Con is like what do you guys think? They're a mint green.
They're both kind of like a pastel color.
Like a mint green kind of like thing.
Yeah.
And then there's some textures of Animal Crossing on the back. That's the case there that you've seen they're releasing for this as well. The dock for it's like a white dock with some Animal Crossing characters on the front. I don't play Animal Crossing, so sorry if I get the characters wrong. I think it's Tom Nook in them. This thing looks cool. The thing I think is weird about this is Pokemon didn't get one. And Pokemon is your system seller. Pokemon sold 16.6 or 16.9 million copies at this point. I'm sorry. Here, let me tell you, gentlemen, some fun facts real quick. In a month and a half, Pokemon Sword and Shield sold 16 point something million copies. In a month and let me say that one more time where you both can understand me. 1 month and a half, 16.6 million copies.
Can I just bring up the fact that they did release a special Switch Lite for Pokemon?
Yeah. Let me also bring up the fact that they also released a Switch Lite. So let me throw that out there again. Lite. Let me not throw that out. Hold on. Do you need that one more time, Adam? Lite.
I'm just saying. You said they didn't release one for Switch.
I never said they did not release one for Switch. Never said that. I said that they didn't release a console. That's not considered a console. I'm talking about a home console. Your Switch Lite is not a home console. That is a portable console. You should know now. You can't fact check
Semantics. So
I don't know.
That was the win there.
I don't know why you try anymore. But what I'm saying is I don't understand why this was not released as why you didn't do an Animal Crossing Switch Lite and do a Pokemon home Switch. For one thing, Eevee and Pikachu got one for Let's Go, and that one was cool. I liked that one. That one was nice. I tried to buy that one, but they were too expensive.
So Pokemon did get a home console on the Switch?
Yeah, they did. Not Sword and Shield, the number one selling Pokemon game of all time.
The newest.
Correct. Pokemon. That's what I said multiple times. You probably weren't listening, but I said, let me throw it out there again. A month and a half. Hold on. You know what? You didn't hear me. Let me say
1 month and 1/2.
1 month and 1/2 of a month. They sold 16 point something million copies, to where most games don't sell more than more than 10 million. So
see, that is surprising because I am one of those individuals who yep, that and Sword got released an entire week before the game was officially released. So I'm surprised that it sold that many when there were so many
yeah, but there's also a lot of people who love Game Freak. But you also got to think about this too. A lot of people bought double copies. And,
I love Game Freak too, but I'm also broke as fuck. So. And
all of them, well, yeah, that's also you. I mean, some of us have a little bit of money to spend on them. Also, people, you got to remember, for a long time, Pokemon's always been a yearly release. So people always have money saved up for it, just in case, especially the big fans. And the big fans are going to buy the double copies, and because it's all one SKU. You know, I mean, it's 2 SKUs, but it's all considered one with Sword and Shield. But, I mean, you look at the numbers, man. 16 point something million copies sold in a month and a half is fucking crazy. Like, that's probably the highest selling. To me, that's the highest selling. I mean, I know it's the highest selling Switch game of all time. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I apologize. Smash Brothers and Smash Brothers, Breath of the Wild, and Mario Kart. Mario Kart sold 20 point something million copies, 23 million, 22 million copies. So those three are the only three on top, and that's a shitload. But what I mean by is like in the first 30 days, that's the most Nintendo has ever sold on a Switch game. That's crazy that they did that. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. This ain't for me, but if it's for anybody that needs one or needs a Switch or loves Animal Crossing, this is awesome. I've seen some people on the Facebook group that talked about liking this and possibly wanting to get it. A friend of mine, Austin Ives, was pissed off because same thing I just said. They didn't release Pokemon Switch or Pokemon Sword and Shield regular Switch. They did have the light. The light actually looked really good. It had that pink and blue Zamazenta and Zacian kind of feel to it. It did look good. I wanted that one. Couldn't find it because, of course, it was sold out. I did like it. It looked good. It was kind of weird, which I understand why. I guess they had to do the Switch Lite there because, I mean, it's technically Pokemon was always a portable game. So it made more sense that way, I guess. But, yeah. So you are getting a new Switch in 2020. Here you go, people.
Yay. Speaking of Pokemon.
Okay.
It's a good segue. But the link is broken, sir.
What link?
The one in the show notes. I can't open it.
Why are you trying to take over my show?
I'm not trying to take over the show. I'm trying to.
You're trying to take over my show.
Into a great segue.
Adam, you're trying to take over my show. God damn it, Adam. Why are you trying to take over my show? Son of a bitch. Just fucking read it now. God damn it, Adam. Shit.
I can't. I'm saying the link won't open for me.
Link open for me. You must not be opening it right.
Listen, I click. It says forbidden. Oh, is it because of my ad blocker?
Oh, is your ad blocker on? Is that why? Is that possible? I don't even have the fucking. Oh my god! I didn't even add. Did I even add this? I didn't even add this in here. Oh my god. Go ahead and do some talking while I add this in here.
So this article comes from Polygon. And it was by Nicole Carpenter. Pokemon Home will cost $15.99 a year for premium users. I love that UI, honestly.
What UI?
It looks really cool. For Pokemon Home on the mobile app and also the Switch, it just looks very clean and reminiscent of everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, when Pokemon Home, the Pokemon Company cloud-based storage system, launches in February, two pricing options will be available: basic and premium. The company updated its website today with new information about the app. The basic plan is free, but gives users limited access to Pokemon Home features, the number of Pokemon that can be deposited, for instance. The premium plan has three options: once a month for $2.99. Every 3 months for $4.99 and yearly for $15.99. Deciding on what plan you should go should be easy. If you want to deposit a lot of Pokemon, more than 30, you will need a premium plan.
Go ahead and Adam, the premium plan upgrades. Go ahead and read the feature and then give the basic and the premium there of each one.
So the feature, moving Pokemon from Pokemon Bank.
So that would be from Pokemon Bank to Pokemon Home.
Right. So the 3DS version of this is the Pokemon Bank. That for basic users is not available, but it is for premium. So I would be one of those who'd have to get premium to move all my stuff from, X and Y and, all the Sun and Moon and all the different games. So number of Pokemon that can be deposited for basic is 30. For premium is 6,000. So that's a lot. Number of Pokemon that can be placed in the Wonder Box at once. For basic is 3, premium is 10.
All right. So do you know anything about Wonder Box?
Really interesting. I'm assuming it worked. I'm assuming it's going to work the same way as the Wonder Trade.
Yes, basically. It's the same thing as a Wonder Trade. You put 3 Pokemon in, you're going to get 3 random. It's going to be 3 random Pokemon back for a trade.
Which is great because in the old days, it was just kind of annoying to have to go in and out just for one Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because I would have an entire box or 2 that I would just Wonder Trade until I got something I enjoyed.
Yeah.
And then number of Pokemon that can be placed in the GTS, which is the global trading system. Basic is 1, premium is 3. Room trade, you can participate as a basic member, but as a premium member, you can also host. And there's going to be a judge function for the basic. You will not be able to do that, but you will as a premium member.
Yeah, you can with the judge function. If you don't know what it is, it kind of like judges your Pokemon and seeing what their IVs and their EVs are. Kind of thing. Looking at this graphic down here, I actually have this graphic also in the thing here. Basically how this is going to be is you'll be able to transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Bank, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and Let's Go Eevee to Pokemon Sword and Shield, but you can only transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Sword and Shield to Pokemon Sword and Shield into home. I'm sorry, hold on, let me say this again. Pokemon Bank, Pokemon Go, Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu into Pokemon Home, and then from Pokemon Home into Sword and Shield, and then Pokemon from Sword and Shield into Home, but not into those other games. Right. So which makes obvious sense if you're there. The pricing just seems kind of weird. You're making people, don't get me wrong, $16 a year is not a lot of money if you're a fucking massive Pokemon person. Just kind of weird they make you pay for that. It's almost like holding your Pokemon hostage at some point.
Well, it was the same way for Bank when that first came out.
Yeah, but you paid $5 a year.
Yeah, but it's the same thing, you know.
It's like, because also another thing I've heard from multiple people and friends of mine, if your thing relapses, like if you don't make your payment, you lose all your Pokemon within a certain amount of time if you don't make the payment, which is fucking crazy. It's like, man, I just moved all these Pokemon here. Like, It could have took me years to do this, you know?
Yeah, I've lost all of my Pokemon Bank.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Fucking scam to me.
That's kind of crazy. That I mean, I understand having to run a server for this stuff, but it can't take that much information to run whatever Pokemon. And I mean, they do have a free option. I mean, the basic option is 30 Pokemon. For somebody like me who just wants to bring a Pokemon in and out of a game, that sounds fine. But then here's the thing. Here's where you get down to: is it 30 Pokemon total, or is it 30 Pokemon in there at one time? They don't say that in this article at all.
Right.
Which is crazy. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to get into. So,
right.
I mean,
also when you get into it, it's basically, so you can't move stuff from the bank. So that really limits you only to the Switch and Go. And on the little graphic, it does say Pokemon Go coming soon. But I mean,
yes, it did. Yeah, that's right.
You could do the little workaround, I'm sure, to where you can trade your Go to Let's Go, and then from Let's Go to Home. So I'm sure you could do a workaround in the meantime.
Right.
But I mean, really, what are you really going to trade from there to your Sword and Shield that's going to be any good?
I mean, you can get them from where? From Go?
From Go or Let's Go.
You can. Maybe people have been training Pokemon. I mean, I don't know if you remember this or not, but with the Pokeball Plus, you can walk around and your Pokemon can level. Like, you can transfer a level 100 fucking Pikachu from there. I mean, will it be able to Gigantamax and all that? No, but I mean, it's still a strong ass fucking Pokemon.
Sure.
It's you can't do that in this game. So I mean, that's that thing. I mean, this is not something for me. I am not that big of a Pokemon player to where it's something for me. I don't think really any of us are that big of Pokemon players where you spend 300 hours in Pokemon to be able to use this. But this is definitely for some people.
The problem I find with this, it's going to be an issue, is people are going to abuse the fuck out of this. They'll use their action replays on X and Y or Sun and Moon.
Yeah, I can see that.
Transfer it in and go from there.
I mean, it's just, the premium thing's mainly for people who like breeding all day. Like, if you play Pokemon all day for 23 hours a day, that premium plan is for you. Right. That's who this is for. If you're worried about getting shinies, or if you're worried about getting the perfect Pokemon to play competitively or whatever, this is for you. This is not for somebody like me who plays 52 hours or 58 hours of a Pokemon game and puts it down and says, thank you, I appreciate your time, it was wonderful. It's not who this is for. Ooh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's fun. Yep. Pokemon Home. So we got more information about it. They talked about it in that last direct a little bit, so we got some more information when they said we got some. So that's good. Adam, thank you for the segue.
You're welcome.
Thanks for trying to take over the show.
You are also welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate you. You fucking suck. Jonathan.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
You're awake. Okay, cool. I forgot what I was going to say to you. this next article comes to us from Xbox.com. Do you have this one pulled up, John?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and this is from Xbox. Go ahead and give us a little bit about this. I've got the images playing here. I'm not sure if you guys have. Well, actually, I'm not sure if you want me to do this one because I've already seen this. This is actually on my console right now, because I'm an insider. So I'm in the insider program. So I don't know if you guys have this information yet. But
I do.
Okay, do your thing.
I have the insider as well, or I'm sorry, goddamn. I got that early access insider shit too.
So is your stuff changed?
I haven't turned on my Xbox this week, so I don't know. I don't know if I have or not.
Well, if you have that program, then yes, it is. Well, yeah. I mean, I've seen it, so I'll talk a little bit about it. I'm not gonna do anything about the article. I'm not gonna read the article and I'll just tell you basically what the changes are. So. Okay. Let me lay back here. The changes basically on the home screen are there used to be tabs at the top for like your home, Game Pass, community, mixer, all that good stuff. Now they're basically straight down, kind of straight down below your My Games and Apps there, which is actually very helpful and it's nice. Also, they did some stuff in the My Games and Apps, which you'll see pull up here in a minute, where you can filter things through different areas. There will also be games that are showed there for like demos, and it'll be shown as a demo and be shown of that nature. There is you can now choose where you want your notifications to show up in case, like, because I've had multiple achievements pop at times. They've blocked like a whole set of subtitles where I was trying to read those subtitles. So now you can choose where the notifications pop at, which is that should have been done a long time ago. There's a bunch of mixers.
Is it like a top, left, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It's basically like top, left, right, middle. Kind of top right, top left, bottom right, that kind of thing. There's a bunch of mixer stuff, and then of course you got some storage stuff. You can move stuff from different things of that nature. I mean, it's all pretty basic stuff. I just want to talk a little bit about it. It's not much. The next one I will throw your way though. So I'm gonna let these go through real quick, but you can see here, like here's some of the notification stuff that's pulling up. And then, like I said, here's the home. You see the store and the Game Pass and community under the My Games and Apps there. You see the game. It doesn't look too different, but it does look a little bit different here with the My Games and Apps. So the next one I'm going to throw up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this news thing on. I'm going to talk a little bit to you because neither me nor Adam probably care about this. So we talked a little bit last week about Apex Legends Season 4. We talked a little bit about Forge coming out. Did you happen to see anything new about that?
I saw there was a new trailer out for it, and they actually did confirm Revenant. So
yes, this trailer here. So they announced the new Forge character that was the guy Forge that was going to be there. So in this trailer here where this guy's talking, he's pretty much just being a hard ass of I'm the best, blah 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 blah. So something happens in the end of this. You'll see the lights flicker in a minute, and then pretty much Remnant is coming, and they pretty much confirm Remnant by him coming in and pretty much murdering this dude on camera, which is a really fucking cool thing because it was one of those things to where. They had a dev show and they announced this guy like here's this character blah blah blah, and then somebody just comes in and fucking murders him like during an interview. Like, it's a really fucking cool way to do this. I love there's your flicker of the lights and it pops back on and you'll see Remnant. There's Remnant and just fucking murders Forge right in front of her. It's a really cool thing, a really cool trailer. I love that trailer. And then the other trailer I want to show you guys is the Remnant trailer. This is about a 3-minute trailer. We don't get any sound out of this, guys. A really freaking cool thing. You have to pay attention to it the whole time to kind of understand what you're looking for here. What I got out of this was I'm guessing this used to be who he was, or this is who he thinks he is, and it's really not. He's definitely a freaking badass. He's a badass assassin. Yeah. Adam, have you seen this trailer at all?
I have not.
This trailer is so freaking cool. That girl right there, the little girl, I believe she is going to be a force to be reckoned with as well. I have a feeling she is going to end up being a legend of some sort. And by the end of this trailer, Adam, you'll probably agree. Jonathan, have you watched this trailer?
I haven't watched this trailer. Not this
Oh,
one.
okay. I apologize. I will let you watch this trailer. I'll talk a little bit while you're watching. You don't get any audio. There's not much here. He's just telling them to shoot. Revenant looks badass.
Oh shit! He just stabbed his hand right through that motherfucker.
Yeah, he looks amazing.
God, everybody's gonna want to play this character. I'm never gonna be able to fucking play him.
I'm never gonna play. Yes, I thought the same thing when I seen this character. I said I'm never gonna be able to play this character, and it's gonna suck ass. He is
that's the bullshit part about Apex Legends.
That's his. I've got a feeling that's his ultimate right there. He's
he's all smoked out.
That's like his. That's his ultimate, where he's like freaking just. I don't believe he can be right there. There you go.
Oh yeah.
You shoot him and it's like nothing. It's like he just disappears. So this chick is just, for your audio listeners right now, we're watching the Apex Legends Remnant trailer. The Assimilation actually is what the Assimilation trailer. So he just killed this girl's mom. He's about to fuck this girl's dad up. It's crazy. He just said
that motherfucker outside the building.
He just cracked his neck and dropped him. He worded something to him there. He said, "Who are you?" and or "What are you?" is what he said. So this trailer is really freaking cool. I love this trailer.
Whoa! All right.
The end of this trailer.
So
here,
I guess he kind of ruined himself permanently. It looks like in that.
It's the end of this trailer here. Wait for it, and you'll see what I'm talking about with the little girl. I really think they're going to turn this little girl into a legend, because it doesn't make sense why they end this trailer like this. So this is Assimilation, the season 4 trailer, where she's just looking up and she's pissed off. She's mad. So I believe they're going to turn her into a character eventually.
Or they'll reveal that she's already a character, that she's actually somebody else.
Yeah.
What color was her hair?
Kind of a blackish.
A blackish?
Yeah, she was almost like I don't want to, please nobody take offense to this. I don't know. I'm not stereotyping, I promise. Almost like an Indian descent is kind of what she looked like almost. Or maybe a Spanish descent. And there's not really any characters that are like that really in Apex right now that are women. It's mainly what? Lifeline,
Lifeline and Bangalore black. So I don't think that fits the mold. The only Wraith is really pasty looking, and she's got black hair.
Yeah, and then Bloodhound's a kind of, I don't know if they called it
trans.
I don't know if they called it a trans. I think they just said has no gender.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
No, was it non-binary is what they said? I think it said non-binary. I don't know. It was what they said.
I want to say it was transgendered, but then now I'm thinking maybe gender. So that might be just non-binary.
I'm not sure. There's so many freaking genders nowadays. I'm not going to state my opinion on that. But anyway, it's just, I think she'll end up being a character, just because why would you put that at the end of that trailer if not? Supposedly that Forge, so what I was thinking they did with this was, let me put this weak looking character like Forge out and then kill him and then show the real character they're going to be putting out, right? Well, I guess you can play as Forge. So I guess people have been saying that Forge is a real character, that they're going to be putting him out there. So it's kind of cool that if they're bringing, these are your 2 characters you're getting, that's pretty freaking cool. I still have a bunch of coins that I got from EA from doing their crap, so I'll probably end up buying these characters for no reason. But it's just pretty cool. So it's a pretty cool thing for John. Not for me, but pretty cool thing for John.
Yeah, this little girl definitely looks Indian.
I'm telling you, she looks
Arabic.
That's what I meant, Arabic. Thank you.
Yeah.
She looks pissed off, and she makes sense of her being a character. Eventually, she's mad. You killed her dad. The crappy part is, the weird part is that you can end up teaming up with Remnant and being with this guy on the same team. That's the ironic thing of like a weird thing,
Apex Legends is really good about putting a diverse group of characters of different races and all sorts of different shit. Yeah. And honestly, with today's climate, I would see them making an Arabic character just specifically for, unification purposes or whatever they're trying to do.
I mean, they should look at
They really should. I mean, there's a
what's her
lot more
name
people
in
out there than just white people.
what's her name in you know who I'm talking about? What's her name in Overwatch? Chick that can fly up. Chick that can fly up in the air.
Oh, Farah.
Farah, thank you. Mm-hmm. You know, you got Farah in there. Sombra, I think, is of Spanish descent. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just all that, man. Yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, you need to unify some of these races in your games.
Mm-hmm. I was in a match the other day on Apex, and I was like, a team of girls. All of them are of different races. Like, that's kind of interesting. You wouldn't think of that, and we had a fucking badass team, and we won the game.
That's awesome.
That's a great message. It's sending to fucking girls and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's cool for people to see that. It's like I talked to I believe it was me and Adam talked about this on the Tunerama podcast yesterday about we talked a little bit about Rocket Power and how Reggie, which if you're not sure who Reggie is in Rocket Power, Reggie is Otto's sister. And she's like the ringleader of the group. And I talked about how I liked seeing that after having, you know, I didn't pay much attention to this kind of stuff when I was growing up. But now that I have 3 daughters, it's kind of a thing where I pay attention to it. Like, I'm glad to see strong women like that in cartoons and video games and stuff, because it lets my kids see that, or anybody else's kids see that they can do the same thing. And I think that's pretty cool. I would like to see more strong female characters in video games and TV shows and things of that nature. I think that stuff's pretty cool.
100% agree. It's crazy how having a daughter changes that for you.
Yeah, it's really weird, actually.
Yeah. Before I didn't give a shit.
Doing a little research, they're saying that little girl is supposed to be Rosie Loba.
Okay. Or has she been leaked already by a what you call it, a data miner?
Yeah. Okay,
cool. So basically, was that thing right to say she's probably gonna end up being a legend?
Yeah. So they're saying that because the guy's profile, when Remnant looks at the profile, you know, he's Portuguese, speaks Portuguese and English, and he gives her that little thing, that little silver wolf statue, and in Portuguese, Loba is wolf. So they're thinking that that's the connection there. Plus the leak, or what we've, you know, the Google image search I did, the character does have kind of like braided hair and of a darker complexion. So
them damn data miners. Fucking get it. I mean, every fucking leak from this game has been correct because of those data miners. So, I mean, and I know Apex isn't fucking worried about it because they are embracing the shit out of that every time. So,
yeah, I mean, the last time they were wrong was, like I said, never. So,
like never. Exactly.
You know, I mean, it's crazy.
From the very beginning when the game first came out.
Yeah, it's crazy to think.
Octane and shit.
Yeah, I mean, that was the very first leak, right? Octane was, yeah.
Octane and Costa. Yeah.
It's crazy to think that.
Every time.
Adam, will you do me a favor? Will you pull this next story up and talk about it, please?
Sure. This next story comes from Game Rant from Jason Rochlin, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. And goes on to state that EA confirms Battlefield 6 for PS5 and Xbox Series X, which I will always have a problem with that console name. Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue for me.
A little tongue rolling.
Basically goes on to state that EA is planning to release the next installment of Battlefield on next-gen consoles in the fiscal year of 2022. So the confirmation comes in prepared remarks from EA's 2020 third quarter fiscal earnings. So this new Battlefield will come alongside FIFA 2020, FIFA 22, I guess is the proper way to say that, and Madden NFL 22 as major launches in the 2022 fiscal year. So yeah, I did not play. What was it? Battlefield 5. I played 1, which was the World War one, and there was one after that, wasn't
Um,
there? Intern, figure that out. Oh,
Battlefield.
Yeah, Battlefield 5.
5 was the last one, and then 1 was the one before that. Yes, and
Yes.
they were every 2 years.
Yeah. So I did not play 5, but I did play a lot of Battlefield 1, and I enjoyed it. So if I get a next gen anytime soon when this releases, I will play it.
Well, I mean, the thing is the thing that's great about this situation is, Jesus, man, my back is fucking hurting. I'm having to fucking move around trying to get my back feeling better. But the good thing about this is something like Battlefield 5 or Battlefield 6, if you will, for PS5 and Xbox Series X. It'll be coming in like the middle of a console generation almost, because it'll be 2 years at that point, or not middle, but they'll know how to work the console and do stuff. So we might get like something that's really fucking banging, you know. They know people weren't really good on. They know that people weren't really awesome on Battlefield 5, you know. So yeah, that's that kind of thing. So it's not much of a big announcement. I mean, I think this was something that most people kind of figured out. Oh God, I hate this chair. I think that was something that people kind of figured was gonna happen. You know, it's been how long since Battlefield 5 now? 2018. So yeah, that makes sense actually. Well, no, it would be 4 years at that point. So that's kind of weird. It's normally a 2-year process.
But yeah, but at the same point with the end of a generation and the start of a new gen.
Yeah. You know, that's good. I mean, it needs to happen. I mean, we need a new Battlefield, and it makes sense to wait out another 2 years. Battlefield 5 wasn't that great for people. I enjoyed it, but a lot of people didn't enjoy it. So that gives them, a little bit more time to work on it, and it should be good, you know? So that's good. Battlefield going back to Battlefield. So that's pretty cool. Any of you excited to play a little Battlefield 6 on... Do y'all play Battlefield now?
I don't really like the control style. Sometimes I get into it because it's a lot more realistic. In my opinion.
Yeah, I think Battlefield's better than. I personally think Battlefield is better than Call of Duty, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. It had been for years because I'm a big sniper. I love to snipe, and that's mainly why. But Call of Duty this year, like I've said, Modern Warfare just fucking took over, dude. I love Call of Duty, the new one. It's fucking amazing. So this one's to me is better than any kind of.
If I was gonna get it, I would. I mean,
you'll get
released on PC.
Oh, you'll get it, of course. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know why I said that.
Oh,
but if I was to get it, I'd get it on PC because I feel like the controls are better for a mouse, especially being realistic and how pinpoint it is. Because people will fucking snipe your goddamn head as soon as you pop out. Like you're fucking done so quickly. That would be better.
It would be better, I agree, and the precision would be there. The only problem with that is there's so many people that play on PC that are amazing with a mouse and keyboard, to where it's almost like with a controller you at least have a little bit more like, okay, I'm here, you know, type thing. I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Get an Xbox with a mouse and controller and kick people's ass that way.
Yeah, but it depends on if the game will support it. I seen you posted something on one of our posts this week on the Facebook group about Xbox having mouse and keyboard controller support, or mouse and keyboard support. Sorry, and yes,
they're not all games are that way yet.
The console does, but it depends on if the people want it, and if EA and DICE don't want their stuff to have that, then they don't have to put that in. If it's like, hey, you want to play on a mouse and keyboard real bad? Yeah, go buy the PC version. They could do that technically if they wanted to. Which to me, well, I mean, the thing is, if everything kind of goes cross-play like Modern Warfare is right now, you can technically play against people with mouse and keyboard with a controller. It doesn't bother me. Like, personally, I've seen this argument on Facebook group, and yes, people will probably cuss me out. Yes, mouse and keyboard are better than a controller. In all complete honesty, yes, they are, because of precision. You have more precise movement with this mouse right here than I do with a controller. Yes, I will fully 100% say that. That is why PC players, why you always see, that's why you always see the top 10. I'm going to use a game that nobody likes. Well, I don't say nobody. The top 10 Fortnite players are all PC players because they use mouse and keyboard. Them guys, the precision is there. You have more movement. You have more sensitivity. You are there. It has been proven point that mouse and keyboard will always beat controller every time. But it depends on what's going on in the statement. But yes, mouse and keyboard will beat a controller.
I feel like it depends on a bunch of different factors. Obviously, in a shooter, in games that are important for precision, yes. But
yes, the only factor that is there is skill. That is the only factor that is in there.
I mean, personally, I play Apex Legends with a controller. For some reason, I'm just shit on it. But you know what? I also have more dynamic movement at some point, I feel like. So I am better on Apex Legends on my controller than on my mouse and keyboard, which is not true for most games. But there are other games out there that don't need it, that actually feel that way and are fun. But if you're going as far as competition goes, absolutely, a mouse and keyboard is just going to be the end all be all. And your skill level at that is going to be super important. But I don't think that's necessarily an argument for not using a controller.
What?
Because of the precision and all that stuff.
I think it can be. I think it can be because it depends on what you like. If you're better, if you feel like you're better with a mouse and keyboard than with a controller, am I telling you to go play something like Jedi Fallen Order with a mouse and keyboard? No, I don't think you should. I think that should be played with a controller.
Well, that was my point.
If there are I think to me, in my personal opinion, all third-person video games I play with a controller. But if there's a first-person game, like right now, I am going through every single one of I'm going to eventually go through all of the Halos in the Master Chief Collection on my PC. I will play them all first-person first-person obviously, but I will play them all with a mouse and keyboard because there's more precision there, and you can aim better and you can do your thing. The only reason I can say that I don't want to say I'll argue it because I'm not arguing, because everybody to each their own. I play better with a mouse and keyboard in Overwatch on my computer than I do play with a controller on my Xbox. Once again, that's first person shooter. It's just kind of one of the things where I'm not saying that it's better to play like third person games or whatever, but I do think like shooters and such like that. Yes, it is. Yeah.
I play Overwatch with my mouse and keyboard, same thing. But absolutely, if you got a game like Fallen Order or a hack and slash, where it's only like 5 to 6 buttons, all of them fits on there, a controller is very comfortable. It is very, very comfortable. There's no reason that you can't enjoy and have a good time. And I got into an argument with somebody on one of the pages I shared to about this, basically saying like, okay, I get it. I get what you're trying to say, but you're also saying that competition is the only important part of gaming. And so that means that you have to do everything on a mouse and keyboard. That is not the most important part.
No, not at all. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, like I said, once again, I'll go back to the saying, to each its own. To where if you don't feel like playing on that, then you don't feel like playing on that. And maybe it's just one of those things where you have to, in quote unquote, for the audio listeners, get good. You just have to play better, and you got to find out how to be better, and you got to get good, if you will. Now that's just how that works out. Adam, you want to throw anything in here? Or are you just gonna sit there and
I'm just gonna sit here. I mean, like I said, cool. I put my 2 cents in at the beginning. If it comes out and I have the option to get it, which when this console comes out and when this game comes out, I will be working and have the opportunity to get it. I'll make that decision then.
Okay. Very next story here. Moving on. So some news came out from Gamatsu this week, from Sal Romano at Gamatsu, that the Outer Worlds Switch port will be launching on March 6th for $59.99. Publishers is still Private Division, and of course developers is Obsidian. It's pretty awesome. I think it's cool that this is coming. And to be completely honest, by the way, guys, just letting you guys know, there is no cartridge for this. This is a full game. This is a download from the eShop. There is no what you call it. So
download only.
Yeah, I believe so. There is no game card. I don't think it's that big.
Oh no. Well, it says in this, it says the game will be available both via Nintendo eShop and as a retail release, but the retail release will include a code to download the game rather than the game card.
Right.
So 100% right there.
Yeah, it's not something that's gonna have a game card. I don't think the game was that big anyway. It was only like a 13-15 gig game, but it's still big enough. So make sure you have an SD card or whatever. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, Outer Worlds was a great game. It was fun. I mean, I enjoyed it. Never got back to it, but maybe the Switch was something that would take me back to it.
I could see myself playing this on the Switch and finishing up all the different things, storylines.
I agree. I could see myself doing different things with it, maybe doing multiple playthroughs, maybe.
Especially even portable.
Over the years, and that's mainly your exact reason right there. Why portable? And I would like to see what Obsidian did to this game, because I don't think they would have had to do much to knock it down to Switch. I mean, besides knocking the resolution down. Might have done it a little bit, but not much.
I mean, it wasn't a crazy graphical game.
Yeah, it wasn't
fun.
I kind of got lost in the what was it? I forgot what planet I was on when I got lost. But I got lost on one of the planets, and I forgot which, and I stopped playing. So yeah, it would be something that might take me back. Adam, anything on this?
Never played it. I have it downloaded on the Xbox. I just never got around to it, and that's same thing. If I had it on the Switch, I might play it on the go.
Okay. Awesome.
Word.
Next story coming out. I'm gonna throw a little graphic up here for you gentlemen.
Boom! Oh man.
So.
God, look how close those two images look.
Yes.
So that's fucking insane.
This week there was a thing on Twitter. The story comes to us from Games Radar from Jordan Gerblick. Corey Barlog wants a God of War Netflix series. So this week I was on Twitter and I happened to be seeing this. GameIndustry.biz had put out a tweet basically saying which other games IPs in themselves to Netflix style series we discussed on GameIndustry.biz podcast. And then Corey Barlog replied, God of War, and then said, at least I think so. It's pretty cool. I mean, I think so. Would be really cool. I think it'd be better than an Uncharted movie for a PlayStation thing. Jason Momoa for Kratos.
I don't think Jason Momoa will cut his hair.
Oh, he would do it. He would definitely do it for this.
Do you really think so?
He cut
his beard off for his canned water.
Listen, he has said multiple times that he will play Kratos today. God of War is his favorite video game series. He has said it multiple times. If he plays Kratos today, he will fucking shave his head. He has said yes. I believe he said it.
Never seen that mofo without long ass hair. But I mean, if he's willing to do it, fuck yeah, because that picture looks so similar.
They could also do so many things to his head with how freaking stuff is nowadays, technology. I would love this, and I want, especially with seeing how successful The Witcher is now, this would be great to see. The only problem is I don't think we'll ever see it. I don't think that people think the God of War is as big as it should be. I've heard multiple people talk about this week. I think it should go on the reboot and kind of talk a little bit about what happens in the reboot. And I really want it. I want it badly.
Would it even go on Netflix?
Oh, I think it would.
Would Sony even be able to put it? Well,
Yeah,
I guess
definitely.
it's not the same kind of Sony. Yeah.
Well, no, this would be Sony. A couple months ago, Sony started a Sony Pictures, to where now Sony will be taking over all of the development of all of their own IP of the movies that are being developed by them. It's called Sony Pictures, or Sony Movie something. I don't know. It's one of those two. But it happened a couple months ago, right before Sean Layden left Sony, or left PlayStation. Or PlayStation Pictures or something. I think it's PlayStation Pictures. But I think they would do this, and then, yes, all Netflix is just distribution. So, I mean, all they would be doing is distributing at that point. So, I mean, I think it could happen. Adam?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Back of the box quote. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right on there.
Kid.
Reviewed by ADHD Gamers Intern. Yeah,
yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Wonderful.
Why not?
Yeah, fuck it. I guess if you got the money, go ahead and do it.
To answer you, Mike, the question you never asked, it was PlayStation Productions.
Thank you. I knew it was something they came out with a couple months ago that was like that.
Right. What I was my brain trying to go to was Christopher Judge played the voice of Kratos.
Yep.
He did such a good job to where I don't know. I don't want Jason Momoa to get here and it not be similar and me fanboy and have an issue with that.
Here would be your issue with that. They could have Judge do it. In all honesty, they could. Mm-hmm. They could also let Momoa play the part and let Judge do the voice. It's happened a lot of times.
I mean, they wouldn't need to. Jason Momoa's got a very deep, rich voice.
Meh.
I mean, it's not Christopher Judd, but I mean, I love both of them. They both were on Stargate. I mean, that's all I gotta say about that.
Well, I guess
they
the
both
next
have great
question
voices.
Would be, who would you have for Atreus?
I mean, in all honesty, the kid from Stranger Things.
Tom Holland.
No, the kid from Stranger Things. The fucking kid from Stranger Things, the little skinny ass kid that's now playing in It. I think would be wonderful. I forget his damn name. The kid that plays Mike or Michael in Stranger Things, I think is a wonderful little. Let me see here. What's the kid's name?
Finn Wolfhard.
I don't think that's the name.
The kid who plays Mike. Finn Wolfhard.
Either, yeah.
Which one's Mike? The main kid or the one that gets sucked into the?
No, that's the main kid.
All right.
Yeah, that's Mike. He's played in It since then. I mean, he's even got the hair for it, man. Like I think it'd be great. Like I thought about this the other day, and I mean, it wouldn't even have to be of the reboot. Like, what if they did a story between 3 and the reboot to show you what happened between 3 and the reboot?
How Kratos got to?
Yeah, why? Who is this lady that was killed in the beginning of God of War? Sorry for spoilers, people. Who is this lady that he was married to that was killed, and the guy who was killed? You know, how did he meet her? You know, how was Atreus born? You know, we left Kratos in 3 with him not having Atreus. You know, so where was Atreus born? When was he born? You know, what made you become this? I don't want to say father figure because he didn't become a father figure until the end of the game, but like what made you want to do this? You know, kind of thing. I think that would be cool to see between 3 and 4. I think it would also be cool to see like how Kratos fell in love with this woman, like a good love story, if you will. And you know, Kratos just be a badass the whole time. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but Kratos killed his wife and kids. Back in God of War, original God of War, he killed his wife and kids. You know, I would love to see something like that, and then you wouldn't have to have Christopher Judge there, because then Jason Momoa is just doing his normal thing. You know, because Kratos didn't have a super deep voice in God of War and God of War 2 and God of War 3. He did, but not like massive where Momoa couldn't do that. The reboot would be rough to do because of Judge's voice and because of hearing Judge do it, and you know, him doing the parts and playing such an amazing Kratos. Yeah, I would love to see that.
I feel like they wouldn't. I feel like they'd go outside of anything the games are doing.
And see, I think that would be a total wrong decision.
Well, I mean, considering it's a film company and that is what they're going to tend to do, honestly.
But that's not a film company. This is PlayStation. PlayStation has their own film company. This is not just a film company. This is PlayStation.
Well, that, and especially if it does go on Netflix, I mean, The Witcher took a big leap for going to the books instead of just pulling from, you know, Wild Hunt.
I think that was the smartest decision they ever made.
I agree, because the games are non-canonical.
Right.
The games are not canon, so yes, you need to. Do I agree with the games being not canon? No, I don't. That's Andrei Sokovsky and what he says. I do think they should be canon, but for what he says, they're not canon. So no, the show shouldn't have been about the books, or it should be about the books, you know. With this, the reason I say that I think the worst decision they would ever make is not go off the games, is because if you're PlayStation Productions, is that the name you said, Adam? PlayStation Productions?
Yeah, PlayStation Productions.
If you're PlayStation Productions and you're doing your own stuff, you're bringing your stuff in-house now because everybody has screwed up your IP on this now. I mean, look at Uncharted. Uncharted's went through almost 7 directors at this point. You know, why not? If you bring that stuff in-house and do your own stuff, then, you know, then you can talk to developers. Then you can talk to writers. You can have Corey Barlog there day one talking to you about this shit, which is also the writer of God of War. You know, you can do all this kind of good stuff. He can help write the movie. I think it would be wonderful. I would love to see this. You know, that's just me. I mean, once again, we're never going to get this. So, but it'd be cool if we did.
Do you think there's any story prior to, or there is a possibility of any story prior to God of War 1?
I can tell you which one. Like original God of War or this God of War?
Whatever is the earliest form of God of War.
Prior, before that?
I honestly, man, I don't know the sequencing because I didn't play God of War 1 or 2.
Hold on. Which God of War?
What I'm trying to say,
the original trilogy.
In the game's canon, what is the earliest point? Do you think they could do stuff before that kind of set up Kratos as an origin?
No, because I remember Kratos I remember them showing Kratos in the beginning of the game, I believe, killing his wife and kids, and you starting that game as a god, I believe. If I remember right, you started God of War. Yes, yeah, you did. You started God of War as a god.
No.
You started God of War 1 serving the gods. Yes, you did.
Once again, serving the gods, yes, not as a god.
Same fucking thing. You're
not
basically
same fucking thing. At the end of the game, you kill. At the end of the game,
you got the same goddamn power.
Ares.
You got the same goddamn.
You kill Ares and then you take his power.
Correct. Yes, because you become the God of War, but you still have a shitload of fucking power where you're strong as fuck during that whole goddamn game. You cannot tell me you're not.
You're not.
You're strong. You're not stronger than normal human. You have the
Chaos Blades. You have Medusa's head,
and you were stronger than normal fucking human in that game.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Same fucking thing.
Was before the start of this game, was he working as a servant for the gods, or did that happen and that's part of the game?
He made the game on the field. He was dying.
Yes.
Field of battle.
He made a deal.
He made a pact with Ares, and that's what gave him the ability to wipe out people.
He made a pact with Ares. If you save, he made a pact with Siri. Yes, if you save my life, I will owe you, I will serve you some sort of nature of that nature, and then Ares makes him kill his own wife and kids in a I think it was they were kind of rushing a village of some sort, and Kratos rushed in a room and killed some. He was seeing stuff, basically.
He was in a bloodlust, and he
killed
all in front of him, and it turned out it was his family.
It was his family, and then that's what makes you go on your tangent of wanting to kill Ares, basically. So yeah, you could do it about that, which would be pretty cool, I guess. I mean, it'd be pretty cool to see a God of War 1 story.
Show him as just a normal Spartan going through the ranks and getting to that point of serving Kratos and getting the Chaos Blades.
And then like season 1 finale or something like that is his dying, or season 2 finale is him dying and he becomes, what he is.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, you look at shows that Jason Momoa has done on Netflix, like Frontier. Frontier is a great, wonderful show. If you haven't watched it, you should. Frontier is amazing. You look at stuff he's done recently. Aquaman was actually a better movie than what people gave it to be. Something else Jason Momoa has done recently? Besides Game of Thrones, Khal Drogo, he played great in there.
His fighting style and the things that he can do are fantastic, and he could do any maneuver that Kratos could do or make it work, make it even more insane.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and the coolest thing would be to see what they would do with the Blades of Chaos, because they obviously would not be. They'd probably be made like they would make them, but the thing is, they would all have to be CG'd with how they actually worked in the games. They would have to be CG'd. because they like he can throw them and they come back to him and things of that nature, or it's.
Oh well, Jason Momoa can do that in real life.
I mean, Jason Momoa can do a lot of things in real life. Yeah, I love that. I mean, I would love to see this, but like I said, I know it's never going to. Which sucks because I think this is one of those things that would be like a Witcher moment of you're going to hit a lot of viewers with this, especially gamers. So yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to see, but we'll never see it. All right, guys.
Well, not with that attitude.
I can tell you. I can probably tell you you're not going. Well, I mean, you might. I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean,
I'm pretty sure Mike's attitude has no bearing on whether this game's gonna.
No,
come out
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure my. I mean, I can tell you that Gary Whitta, which I'm not sure if you know who Gary Whitta is. Gary Whitta is one of the writers of Rogue One. Gary Whitta posted something last week that he wants to do a Star Fox animated series and he wants to write it. On Twitter, that was a couple weeks ago. Oh, it was fucking. If you go look up the artwork that an artist posted of Star Fox and Peppy and all of them animated, looks amazing. I
mean, legitimately, that could be a good show.
It would be, I think, and especially with a good writer. If you have a good writer that understands video games, has played video games, has played Star Fox, there's lore there, so that stuff can work. I think it'd be great to see that. Especially with a good writer. I mean, Gary Whitta wrote Rogue One. I mean, tell me Rogue One was not a good story. It was a really good movie to me. Rogue One's probably one of my more favorite Star Wars movies.
I call that
especially in this generation.
I think a lot of people. I don't want to say I called that in because I didn't. I definitely didn't call that in. But I seen something coming, but I did not see all of that. I do love Rogue One, and I think they did an awesome job with it.
That end scene.
Was great.
Fucking intense.
Yes.
I remember just shouting in the theater, "Oh shit!" when I saw that first part.
I think my ending scene in that was almost like my ending scene in Jedi Fallen Order at the end.
Oh yeah.
Where not knowing that part is going to happen, and then that comes up and like, well, fuck, I guess I'm not going to finish this game because I'm about to die. And then realizing, oh, I can't beat this fucker. You just need to run. It's kind of, where that went to. That movie was great. But yeah, Gary Whitta wants to do a Star Fox series, and I could definitely see Netflix picking that up. Netflix being like, you know what? That's another thing that's going to pull gamers in here, and people are going to watch that. People that aren't gamers that just played Star Fox back in the day. I'm going to play Star Fox right when we get off this fucking mic. I'm
assuming they're talking about a cartoon.
Yeah, they're talking about an animated series.
Yeah.
So to give you a little bit here, I'll try and pull the picture up. You guys won't be able to see this in but they had a couple animated for years, I think. There was an old animated series, I think. I don't remember where it was. Came on, what channel did it come on? It came on some kind of thing. I'm trying to sit here I'm talking while I'm trying to find it. Y'all talk for a minute. Let me try and find this.
I think I'm looking at it. I don't know. I mean, it's already cartoony as it is. It's already kind of got that setup of silliness.
Screen
games.
Oh, you're talking about the old one. Talking about the old animated series or the new one?
No. I'm talking about the games itself.
Okay.
I'm looking at a picture of the old animated series.
Okay, yeah. See, I was trying to find this right here. So I'm going to post this in the in Discord.
Okay. Whoop. Oh, fucking A, that looks cool as shit.
So that was the animated. That was the anime that was brought up, and then that was the picture that was brought up by an artist, and Gary would have said, I want to write this animated series. So that right there is freaking amazing,
dude. All the characters and their like personalities are coming through this art so fucking hard, like fantastic.
I mean, even people started making like posters for the guy. It was like a Netflix original series, and just showing that Netflix would do something. Like, it's so fucking cool, dude. Like I would love to see this because it looks amazing, and I can't wait for it.
100% would watch it.
I would 100% watch it. I agree. And what that would also do is Nintendo would be smart to do this, because here's the thing. Once you do this, that gives you more reason. Let's make another Star Fox game. Why? Because people are going to love this. What if it doesn't come out the next year? Put people on. There's been a freaking Star Fox racing game in the works for a long time that nobody's heard about, and they could easily release that with something like that.
This could also open the doors to more Nintendo-related games. They obviously abandoned hope when they made the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Well, they talked about that Zelda animated series years ago. They talked about the Zelda animated series. They talked about doing another Super Mario Brothers movie. They talked about doing a Super Mario Brothers animated cartoon, which would probably be smarter, in all honesty. Kind of like I know it's going to sound weird, Mickey style, which would make more sense because it does have that kind of art style. Kind of like you guys don't watch because you don't have children as young as mine, but Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse would be a kind of a kind of a cool art style for that. So that would be cool for that nature for Mario.
What I'd really like to see, and I think they could pull it off, and they could pull it off well, is a live-action Legend of Zelda series. At least now, I think they could do it.
Yes, I agree, and it could happen. Here's your problem. Only one problem, and it's kind of a major thing. You're going to get so much fan backlash out of that, it's not even going to be funny. And the reason you're going to get more fan backlash than what people do to Star Wars. And the reason you are is because of how many Zelda games there are, and what happens, and this happened in Ocarina, why is it happening here? Or this happened here, why is it happening here? This was done in Wind Waker, why is this going on here? And it's that kind of thing. And you're going to get it because you're never going to make everyone happy. So it's kind of one of those things.
I disagree with you on that, because every game...
Hold on. As a Star Wars fan, you're going to disagree with me on telling me that fans are not going to be pissed off about an animated Zelda, or a live-action Zelda show.
Remember this, that Star Wars is a sequential thing. It is not something new. They're building off of each thing. Whereas Legends of Zelda, just like every game that's ever come out, is in a different era. It's a different time period. And it's something new every time. It still kind of relies on some of that old stuff, but it also is completely new every time they reinvent it. So you could not take from anything and just reinvent the Zelda in a new timeline, in a new era, whatever you want to say, because the timeline's so fucked up. If you ever looked at the damn thing, I know you have.
Yeah, I've looked at it.
Yeah, it's all over the fucking place, and there's also different directions. So Zelda is in kind of a unique situation, I feel, that you could do that, open it up a new timeline, new era, whatever, new fucking Link, new Zelda, and just run with it. That's where I see that.
I just still think you're going to have a lot of people pissed off, and a pissed off nature of number one, casting.
100%.
When casting comes around, you're going to have people that are pissed off. I mean, if nobody knows casting problems, just in case you guys didn't know this, Robert Pattinson is fucking Batman right now.
Dude,
you can say what you want to, Jonathan, and this is why you're a horrible person. You are part of the problem in America of these shitty actors being able to take on iconic characters. Joaquin Phoenix, I apologize for you. I understand you won an Oscar. But
have you seen, other than the Twilight bullshit and some of the other things?
I don't need to.
You do, because his acting is actually pretty good. I almost tagged you in something that he did.
I would have deleted
He's
you.
actually decent in some
I
cases.
Probably would have blocked you.
You would have blocked me.
Probably.
Because you're so upset.
Yes. And I don't think I'm, and in all complete honesty, on my grandmother's grave, in all honesty, part of me let it go. And then they started casting villains. The only one that made sense was the Riddler. Riddler made sense, which was who they pick up? Who they pick up was Riddler? Hold on. Come on, Mike. Type fast.
Paul Dano.
Yes, Paul Dano was the only one that made sense. You got. Give me some more names here.
Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
Colin Farrell's Penguin. Cobblepot has. Hold on, let me ask you guys. Can't say it. The only time Cobblepot has ever been skinny is in Gotham. It's not the thing. I don't like it. Zoe Kravitz, agree with. That one's fine. I'm okay with that one.
Andy Serkis as Arthur.
As Alfred, you mean?
Alfred, sorry, Arthur. Yeah, Alfred. Sorry.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not.
I don't. But Andy Serkis is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Andy Serkis is really fucking short, and I never picture
Alfred is not
Alfred
short.
as being a short. He's very fucking tall.
Andy Serkis is 5'8", so
yeah,
average male height.
No, that's for you short fuckers.
I mean,
I am 6'4.5". Alfred is. Listen, man. I'm not sure how much you know about Alfred Pennyworth. Alfred Pennyworth is a fucking beast. The man is like, I believe he's like 6'1" in the comics, or something like 6'1". Mm-hmm. That's the thing. I mean, let's see who else you got here. John Turturro as Carmine Falcone. That's fine.
John Turturro as Falcone.
John Turturro. Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Yeah, see, there's so many things. Paul Dano's the only one I kind of. Well, I'm sorry, Zoe Kravitz, because I'd be fine with her as Catwoman. I don't know, man. Fuck Robert Pattinson. Like, it's just I don't want the man as Batman. Like, here's my thing. I've said this multiple times. It's the last time I'm ever gonna fucking say this, and I doubt I've just spoke the truth in that statement that I just said. DC fucks up because they always try and get this star power in there to think that you're going to think that this is going to take over. Yeah. And it's not even that. The fact is they could have the star power. They just choose the wrong directors, and they let the directors do whatever the fuck they want to with the movies. I mean, look at Justice League and Zack Snyder. That movie was freaking disgusting and things of that nature. And that's why everybody's talking about release a Snyder cut, to see exactly what Snyder had in there, to see why the movie was going to be so great, his own cut of it. And they made him drop surf. I don't even know how we got on the subject, but last thing I will say, fuck Robert Pattinson. Fuck Twilight. No. I don't want this shiny vampire motherfucker to be my goddamn Batman. No, fuck him. Plus, I think he's going to be a shitty Bruce Wayne. I really do. I think he's going to be a really shitty Bruce Wayne.
I mean, when you look at him and his suit and tie and shit, kind of does look like a playboy.
Fuck Robert Pattinson.
I get it, man. And I want to be with you so much and say that, but
you don't. The same time, you don't. I
do. I feel the same thing. I know the first time I saw that, I went, fuck that shit. Who the fuck picked Robert Pattinson?
You keep disappointing me. And then I really
kind of just said, you know what? Maybe I should give it a chance.
I'm starting to wonder where your loyalty lies in this, because it's starting to lie with Robert Pattinson, and I don't like it.
Just so you know, I don't believe that it's going to be good. I'm just saying I want to give it a chance, and I think there is a possibility that he could actually do a good job.
I hope your Zelda live-action series never happens.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Because you think this movie's going to be great.
In a couple years, and you go, oh, it wasn't that bad.
No, I'm not going to say that. I promise you. Even if that movie gets 10s out of 10s, I am going to come back and say, fuck this movie, because of Robert Pattinson. I'm going to say, fuck this movie. Heath Ledger is the only one that is allowed to prove me wrong. And he is the only one. I was pissed off when they chose Heath Ledger. He's the only one that is allowed to prove me wrong. R.I.P. You were missed, buddy. He's the only one.
I think Robert Pattinson will do better than Ben Affleck.
I don't.
I agree with that.
I think he will do better. I don't think he'll do better. I think Ben Affleck was a wonderful Bruce Wayne because he's a playboy. He's that type of playboy. I think Ben Affleck played a wonderful Bruce Wayne. I think he did great as... Here's the thing.
10 seconds he played Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, because also, do you realize how big Ben Affleck is? Okay. I'm talking about muscular. This motherfucker's huge. I'm going to guess that you don't read comics, so I'm going to tell you a little comic news, comic facts here. That was based off of the Dark Knight series. In the Dark Knight series,
lay it on me.
Bruce Wayne is fucking big. So
everybody
yeah, that made sense. Christian Bale was a dumbass. In all honesty, I didn't like Christian Bale's Batman. I'm sorry. I did like Christian Bale's Batman. I didn't like Christian Bale's voice as Batman.
I
think his voice was horrible.
I was going to say the same thing.
I think his voice was horrible, to be completely honest. And he was a great Bruce Wayne because he was also a playboy. He was also the playboy type. And the thing is, like, the playboy type is not hard to play. George Clooney did it. I mean, Michael Keaton is still the best Batman to me. But, I mean, look at Val. Val was a horrible Batman. Cool Bruce Wayne. You know, it's kind of the playboy act's easy to play for a good actor. You know, Tom Cruise could have done it. You know, it's just one of those.
George Clooney.
George Clooney wasn't that bad.
I like George Clooney's Batman.
George Clooney wasn't that bad to me. I mean, he was good to me. I didn't mind Clooney. Kilmer was horrible, but I mean, I didn't mind Clooney. I liked Clooney. I liked Michael Keaton better. But
I enjoyed the art style of that movie.
Which one?
But I was also a fucking kid at the time. The whole
which Batman?
Clooney, Riddler.
Oh, the Clooney one? Yeah.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that.
That was the one. Actually, I know exactly which one that was. That was the one where Uma Thurman played Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Schwarzenegger was Mr. Freeze.
Yep. And they had the star power in there too. Schwarzenegger actually didn't play a horrible Mr. Freeze. It was just kind of it was kind of hard not hearing that accent while he was doing stuff.
Yeah.
Why? Because he was trying to hold it back. Yeah, man, it's great.
Also liked Jim Carrey as Riddler.
I did.
He was a great Riddler.
I agree there. I was hoping that when they did another Riddler, I was hoping Jim Carrey would be up for it because I think his older Riddler would be really cool. I also think that Mark Hamill would have been a cool Riddler. Mainly because of Mark Hamill's played that kind of part before. With playing voice acting the Joker and also doing that role in Flash. He did really well with that. Yeah, I think he would have been great with that. They've actually talked about if they brought Vesemir in, going back to The Witcher, Mark Hamill playing Vesemir in that, and that'd be really fucking cool to see because he's got that old white hairstyle type older guy. I think that'd be cool to see because Mark Hamill can play a serious character. I mean, look at Luke. He played the shit fucking seriously out of Luke. Yeah. So we went off on a tangent. Let's hop into releases. Adam, you will go. I will go, and then Jonathan will go. Adam, go ahead.
Okay.
Mate.
New releases. Dawn of Fear for the PS4, February 3rd.
The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance Tactics, PC, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, February 4th.
Life is Strange 2 Collector's Edition, PC, PS4, Xbox One in the US on February 4th.
Monster Energy Supercross 3 for PC, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, Stadia, February 4th.
A Stadia drop. Monster Jam Steel Titans on Switch, retail, February 4th.
The Sims 4 Tiny Living Stuff Pack, PS4 and Xbox One, February 4th.
Just to let everyone know that Tiny Living Stuff Pack, they are adding tiny houses to The Sims.
Lovely. Zombie Army 4, Dead War, PC, PS4, Xbox One, February 4th.
Seventh Sector, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, February 5th.
Ghosts and DJs, PC, February 6th. Is that kind of like Ghosts and Goblins?
I don't know. Somebody look up a trailer.
It's kind of written like that. Sorry, didn't mean to.
No, somebody look up a trailer.
Knights and Bikes for the Switch, February 6th.
Wargroove, Double Trouble DLC, PC, Xbox One, and Switch, February 6th.
The Turing Test, Switch, February 7th.
It's a wonderful game, guys. Are you looking up a trailer for that?
I am.
All right, while Jonathan's looking up a trailer and watching that trailer and telling us what that's about, I'm gonna go ahead and hop into Budget Gamer. On cdkeys.com, we got My Heroes 1 Justice 2 for PC, $45.49. Resident Evil 3 for PC, $46.19, still the same as last week. Watch Dogs Legion for PC, $54.09, same as last week. Vampire Masquerades 2 for PC, $48.79, same as last week. Doom Eternal PC, $39.59 up. It's up from last week. Cyberpunk 2077 PC, $44.89 is the same, and Xbox One is $56.69, which is up. Animal Crossing New Horizons for Switch, $51.49, good price, go check that out. Elder Scrolls Greymoor upgrade for PC, $34.99, is $5 off. I'll let Jonathan finish this segment. What did you find out about that game?
So I'm just looking at it. It's kind of got the title of the Ghosts and Goblins thing. but it kind of switches around. It's got a little bit of Ghosts and Goblins and a little bit of I'm trying to think of the game here. But what's an old Nintendo SNES game that's kind of like a fighter, an adventure beat 'em up game, like not Rage, but
oh, you know what this
not
is?
Streets of Rage, but
oh my God, you know who? Oh, I just got something. This is Dead Mouse's game.
Is it?
Yeah, I know what game this is now. They talked about this a while back. This is Dead Mouse's. I think this is Dead Mouse game. Yes, he's in this game. Yeah, they talked about this a while back. So do you know who Dead Mouse is, guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah, he's in this game. Yeah, this is. I do like the art style of this. I like the graphics. I like it looks like a little 32-bit kind of. I like that. I might play this.
It looks different. Oh, I just saw the image of Dead Mouse.
Yeah, as soon as I seen that image, I knew what they were talking about. They talked about this a while back on Giant Bomb, I believe. It's hilarious that they're starting to put this type of stuff in the game. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, okay. So there's that. I'm on Epic Game Store. Go ahead.
Okay, Epic Game Store has Farming Simulator 19, January 30th to February 5th. Steam still has all their Half-Life games up from January 21st to April 1st. Stadia Pro came out yesterday, or is it that today? Yeah, yesterday. Anyway, February 1st with Guilt, which is to be dated when it's going to be exiting, and Metro Exodus will be available for free.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, I kind of said that weird. Guilt and Metro...
They're giving Guilt for free. Okay.
Yeah, Guilt and Metro Exodus are free starting February 1st, which has already started, and it has no end date at the moment. Xbox Game with Gold has Fable Heroes from the Xbox 360, February 1st through the 15th. The Batman Telltale series is still available January 16th through the 15th. And TT Isle of Man Xbox One from February 1st to February 29th.
That is a motorcycle racing game, and I didn't notice what it was. I'm going to check that out, mainly because it's free. But I'm going to check that out and see what that is, because I want to see what that's about. I do like motorcycle racing games.
Talking about Isle of Man?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
PS Plus has a few games coming out this month, as far as BioShock The Collection, February 4th through March 2nd.
Which is wonderful. That's all 3 games.
All 3 games. All 3 games are going to be on there, which is a fantastic deal they're giving away for free. Firewall Zero Hour and The Sims 4 will also be available for the same times. The PlayStation Store, and Mike shared this with me earlier this week, 37 games are on sale right now on the PS Store for $5 or less. Some of them are actually $3. These include titles like Dragon Age Inquisition, Rayman Legends, Unravel, Bastion, the Batman Telltale series, and I believe Payday 2 is the one that I saw, which is only $3 right now, which we've had several good times on that game. So yeah, that's the end of the budget, but there's plenty more games than I've listed off on the PlayStation Store. We'll probably put up that article this week, so if you want to go look at the article on the Facebook page and go check out what games are available.
Yeah, the article's already there. I posted it. I posted it today sometime.
Okay, cool.
All right, guys. So let's hop into the topic here. Topic of the week. So this week, a article came out about a new Wizards of the Coast game coming out to a new development team that is ex-BioWare devs. Kind of confused a bunch of people, including Jonathan here. Thought that BioWare was going to be making this game. This is technically yes, but it's old BioWare devs. So I guess they have their own team now. A new studio. So I want to see what kind of. We're going to talk a little bit about speculation. What do you guys know of Wizards of the Coast?
Wizards of the Coast makes some of the most prominent RPGs and tabletop games there are, including stuff like Magic, card games. They have a
D&D.
lot of different, D&D,
Yeah, D&D.
Baldur's Gate, frickin', they even have a Star Wars RPG. They pretty much have a license on so many different role-playing games out there, and there's plenty of them to choose from as far as what this game could be.
Yeah.
So,
it's hard to speculate on something, but I'm going to, here, I'll tell you what, y'all go. Adam, anything on this?
I would say something either D&D related or Magic related, because Magic, as a planeswalker, you kind of traverse the different planes, and that's how you get your spells and stuff that you cast out in the game. So kind of having lore behind that would be kind of cool. But I know that they're coming out with Legends this next year, whenever that's coming out. So
actually, cool. There's one on the Epic Game Store right now. There is a Magic. Are you talking about Magic, right?
Yeah.
There is a Magic game on the Epic Game Store right now. You can play, Adam, and yes, it will run on your shitty PC.
Yeah.
No, I'm just telling you, I know it will, because it's probably not real graphical. I'll tell you what it's called, but go ahead, finish your statement.
Right. So either that or like D&D related, kind of, BioWare is very, I forget what the term is, but response based.
Mm-hmm.
Dialogue. They're dialogue based.
Dialogue based. So having
you wouldn't know what to do if I wasn't here.
I'd have to Google it.
Yeah, you would have had to Google it, right?
But either having a planeswalker or kind of a D&D character run through and kind of different stuff, that'd be kind of cool.
Magic the Gathering Arena is what it's called. It's actually free to play on on what you call it. I guess
that's
they've done
like the Hearthstone kind of ripoff.
type. Yeah. I don't know if it's a ripoff, because it was actually around before Hearthstone, I believe, on mobile. I believe it was actually around before Hearthstone.
But I want to say I do have that on mobile.
So yeah, I mean, I could definitely. I'll let John go. This is usually a lot of his stuff that he likes to talk about. Go ahead, John.
Well, I don't think that Baldur's Gate is in the running for that, because they've already got a game for that.
Baldur's Gate 3 is in the make right now.
Mm-hmm. D&D, yeah, that would be the most obvious thing, but I don't know.
Larian Studios. That's who I was thinking about. Larians, who is making Baldur's Gate 3, the same people that made Divinity Original Sin and Divinity Original Sin 2.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I agree that with Adam that maybe a Magic game and them creating a universe for Magic. But then again, it could also be a completely, entirely new system, because they're just damn good at making these systems. So
I want you guys to understand that.
I'd be okay with that.
I can't wait for Baldur's Gate 3. Here's the thing. I agree. I agree with Adam, and I agree with you. I think it's some kind of Magic or D&D type thing. That is your two biggest licenses from Wizards of the Coast. And with BioWare devs, or with ex-BioWare devs, meaning as in, if they're talking about ex-BioWare, that is Mass Effect, that is maybe KOTOR, that is maybe Jade Empire was BioWare?
Mm-hmm.
I think. Hold on, give me a minute. I could be wrong. I think I am wrong. Jade Empire was... God, I still fucking got it. Jade Empire was BioWare. They're very dialogue based. Once again, facts of fucking shit I shouldn't fucking remember. But no, they are very dialogue based, and they're very good at what they do. And once again, one of the best scenes in all of video games, the Mass Effect 2 suicide mission at the end. If I meant there was a freaking image this week I meant to put up here to talk about what this exact thing about. There was so many ways of if you didn't do this right and you didn't do this right, this person died. You didn't do this right, you didn't do this right, this person died. If you piss this person off early in the game, that person's gonna die. Things of that nature, and it's so cool that BioWare used to do that stuff. Look at Dragon Age. That's another one I forgot. Probably their biggest. If these are the devs from that BioWare, this game will be great.
Especially if they're making the worlds that big, D&D would be a good choice.
Wizards of the Coast has the money to put into it. It's not like they don't.
100%.
So it's one of those things to where I think Wizards of the Coast would want to see money put into this, and I'm sure they're making enough money off these people off of Magic anyway, to where they can, like, just off the microtransactions alone, to where they could easily do this and just be like, yeah, here, man, take this $500 million and go fucking do this game, and the game would end up being good. Like, this is something. And here's the thing: I have never played a game of D&D. I have played one Magic game in my lifetime at a comic store, just to say I did it, and it was a fucking blast, and I would have loved it more. It reminded me so much of my days of playing Pokemon and playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I had such a fucking blast doing that shit, and I wish I would have gotten more into it, but once again, we all know getting into stuff like that is expensive.
Well, I have a bunch of Magic stuff, so if you ever want to play.
If you ever want to play, sir, you can come on over to my house.
Sure, I'll come with it. Sure, I'll come
break out the dueling deck anthology and
ooh, fancy.
You want me to ripcord you with some Beyblade? I'm gonna hop in there with some Beyblade.
Ooh.
Don't make me pull out my Pokemon cards.
I got one of them in my bathroom.
I actually don't have any more Pokemon cards. Do you play with it in the bathtub?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have any Pokemon cards anymore. Mine got burnt in a fire. I really wish I did, because I've been seeing. I know we're going off on a tangent, but I wanted to say this. I've been seeing this meme on Facebook this week about this lady had posted a picture of her husband looking at Pokemon cards with his daughter, and he said, or the meme had said something about my daughter asked my husband about Pokemon. Do you know what Pokemon is? And then he was like, I've never seen him so happy in my lifetime. That is something I would love. My daughter was like, hey, come here, little asshole. Come here. Let me show you this. And, I would love that. I don't have them anymore to do that. Yeah, it's really cool, man. I would love to play Magic. I want to play D&D so badly, but it's like, it's one of the things of just finding people that'll let you play with them, and I don't have anybody, and somebody that'll be like, hey man, look, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, just giving you heads up. So and trying to get in there and trying to do something.
Maybe I need to set something up, because a lot of people have been coming to me lately. I know I've said it 100 times, but a lot of people, like especially recently, have been saying, hey, can you DM something for us? And I think you probably love like a Star Wars or a D&D.
You literally have a table you were building in your garage.
Literally have a table that is pretty much finished that I can literally use right now as a topper. Yeah. So,
I mean, literally building a table for this exact conversation we were having right now.
I know, man. I know. I'm just like fucking stupid.
I really still want to play Armada.
You would be able to find time to play?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it would have to be a couple week thing of like, hey man, like a week or two.
It has to be like an every other,
like a 2 week thing. Yeah, like once a month thing of like, hey Mike, remember this day we were doing this? That way I can be like, oh yeah, I can take that off, or I can be here. Or it would have to be one of those things of, I really want to play a game of Armada. You've had that game, and it's probably still wrapped up on the fucking shelf.
Actually, it is not wrapped up, but it has still got all its plastic inside.
Correct, so because you opened it. That was actually bought also with that Comic-Con that we talked about. Courtney went to, Adam, and how that was 2016. We discussed yesterday.
Yes, 16.
Yes. Okay, so that was 16. That has been 4 years, and we have not played that game when we said we were going to.
I remember sitting in your little apartment saying, "Yeah, I'm going to bring it over."
Yeah, that never happened.
Because every time I pulled up a video for the instructions, it was like a fucking hour long, just to explain the instructions.
The game was like, he bought that bitch for like $75, and that was a deal. That was the deal.
Oh no, it was less than that. It was like 50. Because the original game was like 100 and something.
Oh yeah,
because
you got those expansions. You got the expansions and shit. Yeah, that's right.
So because it was like just kind of going out of style, and that guy was like, and another game was coming out, and he goes, you know what, that motherfucker. You remember this? That motherfucker goes, oh, he's looking on Amazon. Just give it for whatever he fucking wants.
Yeah. Yep.
He's looking it up on Amazon. Just give it for whatever he wants. No big deal. Yeah. There's a few games, and I've grown that, but that might be fun. Adam, do you think you'd enjoy playing D&D? Have you ever played it?
I have played it. I have I'm looking it up right now. I have all the books for 5th edition, and I have all the PDFs for World of Darkness, so Vampire, Werewolf, Mage, all that stuff. My cousin, he DMs a game every Tuesday, and then plays a game every Thursday, I think. So yeah, love D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Same
If
thing.
y'all were to play one, would you prefer to play D&D or Star Wars?
I would prefer D&D because I've played that before.
I don't think it really matters. What do you mean by Star Wars? You mean like Armada or playing?
No, like a Star Wars RPG or.
Oh, it wouldn't matter to me. I mean, I would play whatever. I've honestly never played a tabletop. Like it would just be, it would be something that I would want to do. I would want to experience and be able to enjoy. For one thing to say I did it, but another thing, if I really enjoy it, to keep doing it. It was something that it's because it's a little hobby you can turn into, and I would love to do something like that. Yeah. It
ruined the video games for me for a little bit because it's so fun and you can literally play a game that you can do anything in. So,
you know, you could also do if we found enough people, which I'm sure wouldn't be hard. You could DM a game online like this right here. Like you see, you see people streaming games of D&D all the time. I mean, I don't know if we could stream it, but we could definitely play like this and just record it.
There's an app called Roll20.
Yep.
And a site called, well, it's a site, but that does all that. It's all online D&D games and whatever kind of games you want to play. So
I would like to play a real life. I come to somebody's house and we do this version of D&D though. The problem is, it's just like, hey, I'm just letting you know, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Let me explain this to you. That would be the hardest thing.
Honestly,
so, I mean, the only way to do stuff is to practice or to learn, if you will, and that's what I would love to do it.
There's tons of character building apps out there that make it super easy, and really the dice system can be explained kind of on the go. You know? So I think
I want to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I want to do it.
I want to. I've been really thinking about it lately, so I think I just need to buckle down and fucking do it, and we'll just set up a day.
I think we should do it like once a month,
like once a month,
or once every 2 weeks or something.
Was once a month what the first thing you said?
Because you once a month because you had said
once a month probably would be better because it would give me more time to build a world and build all that shit. I mean, 2 weeks every 2 weeks keeps people more interested, and it's better when you're playing for everybody else. But as far as time constraints go, all of us kind of got busy lives, so I think once a month probably be a really good pace for us.
Yeah, so it's 12 times a year. Yeah, it sounds fucking great to come and just fucking like drink and chill and do this. Yeah, it sounds wonderful.
Fucking drinking and chilling. In fact, there are these shot glasses and beer glasses that if you can kind of expand the game, where if you roll a shitty roll, you can go, all right, fucking drink, and turn it into a drinking game. However much you drink will add the score.
That's cool.
To your fucking dice, which I've always wanted to play.
That's pretty cool. I would love to do that. That sounds wonderful. I would love to get fucked up and roll dice and throw and possibly break a table. That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Because
don't let me forget this, because I want to get this.
Because I'm playing as a dwarf, so that'd be great.
Okay, that's awesome.
I'm tall. I've always wanted to be short. Yeah, I've always wanted to be short. I've never heard that in my entire. I've always wanted to be.
I've always wanted to be short.
I've always wanted to be Adam's height and use a stool to get everything off the top shelf. Adam has to stand. Adam has to stand on top of a microwave to get his stuff on the top shelf. But yeah, guys. So I digress. Back to the Co stuff. So we think this is either Adam says a Magic game and then Jonathan says a D&D game. I agree with both of those, and it'd be cool if they added that BioWare type stuff. What if they did? What do you guys think about maybe a third-person RPG? Like a third-person RPG type thing with kind of like Mass Effect was, with that dialogue status type stuff, and then you have like a hub world kind of like Mass Effect had, like the Citadel, type thing. What do you guys think about something like that? I think it would work more in D&D than it would in Magic. Do you think would that work in something like Magic?
D&D would be, but they can always make Magic into a D&D kind of
right.
Game.
They could, yeah.
You can use that format over the world.
Right. I mean, you can probably use that format of D&D in anything, really, if you think about it, I guess.
Well, there's a mass amount of different books and storylines that are very well detailed that you just open the book and follow along in D&D, and they can pull from any of that shit. And it's all dialogue options in that, so it's pretty much right there for them, and they can just shove it into a fucking game.
Yeah.
So,
Adam, what do you think that would work in a Magic game of the third person RPG type with Magic, especially Magic always being cards?
Well,
Yeah.
cards, like I said, the lore behind that is, you are a planeswalker and you traverse the planes doing all this stuff. So it's just putting more lore behind it.
Okay.
So it
I
would
would
work very
really
well.
like to see it as a Magic. I think that's a good world to have to expand upon that they haven't really expanded as far as an RPG element go.
Right.
So
That'd be pretty cool to see.
Mhm.
All right. Well, guys,
All right.
let's hop into something we actually remember this week. Let's hop into Adam's Fun Facts. Adam, why don't you give us
fun facts?
Adam's Fun Facts? Doop-a-doop-doop-doo. Go ahead, Adam.
Give us a
with
fun fact, Adam.
Jesus
We gave
Christ.
you a task last week.
And I gave you
Is this it?
I gave you a fun theme song there too.
So, scroll through all this crazy stuff that I had earlier. So, John, you tasked me with finding out who the first gay character in video games was. That was from a game called Les Crimes du Parking, and it was a French murder mystery game. And his name was Paco in 1985.
1985.
Yep.
And what was
How did they determine that?
I don't know because
What was that
I'm
on?
sure that was on like Apple II,
Okay.
TS80, TS90, like DOS, like back in those.
I would show you guys the picture, but it had some nudity.
Have to be censored.
Yeah, it had some. I would have had to put stars over some boobies.
Was this a porn game?
It was not. It was a murder mystery game.
With porn.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you
Can't
know
say no.
what specifically said?
No, John, it wasn't porn. They just had titties on the cover. That was it.
I'm just saying.
That's-
I'm like, what? But what dialogue made the person gay? Like, did you understand any of that? Did you get that?
I did, and I had it opened up in a link, and then I've been clicking around so
Was
much.
it
since the
in game
show
or was it
started.
just on like
It
the
was
instruction
in
manual?
game.
Yeah.
It was in game, and I think he was like the overarching villain, bad guy, and
Mhm.
something.
John, while he's clicking around looking for that, Need for Speed Heat for the PC is on CD keys for $28.99.
Oh snap!
So
I think I'm gonna pick that up, man, because that's
It's
super
a
casual
blast.
enough
Had
to
fun.
play.
I'm telling you, it's still to this day. I'm still playing it. It's still taking me into it's still my game of my palate cleanser. It's adding so many things into that. I love it.
While I'm looking for this, also fun fact.
Okay.
Shigeru Miyamoto, which is the guy who created Mario.
Correct.
Nintendo does not allow him to ride a bicycle to work. He has to walk or take the train. He is too valuable to potentially get hit by a car.
So that, which I don't think they understand that if you walk, you can still get hit by a car.
Yeah.
Semantics at this point.
He falls on the tracks of the train station, fucking gets run over.
Or the train fucking crashes. I mean, stuff can happen.
The thing I found, it says the culprit of this murder mystery game is revealed to be the tailor Paco, who is gay and deals drugs. So I'm assuming there was some dialogue in game.
Okay.
Like,
Fucking
I'm not
Paco.
sure where to go with that. Fucking Paco.
Fucking Paco.
Fucking Paco.
Fucking Paco. Paco's gay. Never would have thought that.
I think this episode is going to be called Fucking Paco.
Fucking Paco. Fucking awesome.
Fucking Paco, I think is what it's
Fucking Paco porn.
Fucking Paco porn. Yes, because then I can get
Paco
more.
porn.
Then I can get more views on YouTube because of the word porn.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing
Fucking
that.
Paco
I'm doing
porn.
that. Thank you guys who continuously watch and check us out on YouTube, YouTube and Facebook and Instagram at ADHD Gamer Podcast and our podcast services everywhere. Once again, find us anywhere. ADHD Gamer, the Podalorian.
Real quick, I have one more fun fact.
Oh, I apologize. I was trying to plug. Don't worry, we wasn't doing anything important there.
Yeah,
We'll go ahead.
you're good. I really had this thing up.
Won't do anything important there. We'll go ahead.
No, you're good. We know.
No, you're good, buddy. It was
You're
like a
showing
big
off.
fuck you to Mike.
Anything important. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
So,
Oh, good.
just in the call right now.
South Korea put a ban on all Japanese cultural imports following World War II and wasn't lifted until 2004. That meant that South Korea gamers didn't know how to get Mario. Hyundai, or
Hyundai. Like a normal person would say.
Like a normal person, yeah.
Like a normal American would say.
Hyundai Electronics distributed Nintendo products in South Korea. The NES was called the Hyundai Comboy, which was then superseded by the Super Comboy and Comboy 64. So you have the Famicom, the SNES or the NES, and now Comboy, which sounds slightly dirty if you say it too fast.
Comboy.
Comboy, very hard. To be fair, Mike, a normal American in the South might call it a Hyundai, so I think it's okay.
How long have you lived here? Have you been here your whole life? Geez, you don't sound very, very good.
Fucking Hyundai.
Hyundai.
A Hyundai.
So that's what that was called. And yep, there it is right there, a Comboy. Yep, there it is. That's it. And that, I mean, it's basically an NES.
It is an NES. It's just they had to release it under a different name.
That's freaking crazy. It's hilarious.
And it's funny because you can see that it still has Nintendo.
I would love to have this Super Famicom right here. Okay.
Wow. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. This could have been the N64 is even like crazy.
Yeah. It's just all it is different names.
Yeah. I mean, this is what was that famous Hyundai car? Tiburon. This is the early version of the Tiburon.
Oh my god, the Tiburon. All right, gentlemen. I think that's gonna do it for us. Adam, you got any more fun facts before I do anything else important in this show?
I have many more fun facts, but tune in next week to find out more.
You even have an outro. Okay, now I'm gonna do the outro. Boo 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 boo. Adam's fun facts. All right.
Did you say Adam's a fag, or did you say fun fact?
I did not say a fag because then I'm going to deal with bullshit from people that listen to this show. Jonathan said fag, so he's the guy. If you would like to, please sign language videos into him. That would be lovely. I would love that. Please do that. I beg of you. If not, I will learn how to sign language him, and it's not that hard. It can't be that hard.
Jesus Christ, fuck you.
If Jonathan can do it, anybody can do it.
Oh, I'm sure that's exactly it.
I mean, if a fucking ex-cop can do it, anybody can do it.
Tell all those kids I had to teach today how to do their shit.
Okay, cool. I'll tell them how to do it. Doesn't mean they're going to hear me, but I'm going to tell them how to do it. Yeah. All right, guys. Gentlemen, that's going to be it for us. Guys, once again, you can find us on Facebook, whatever that website is that has videos on it called YouTube. and Instagram at ADHD Gamer Podcast. Check us out on podcast services everywhere. New show coming out soon. I don't know when it's going to be posted. I am waiting to post it. I will let people know when it's going to be posted. It's going to be a really cool little thing called Tunorama. Me and Adam did our first episode yesterday. Me and Jonathan will be doing an episode soon. I am not going to reveal Jonathan's choice because I do not even know Jonathan's choice. He was supposed to pick out a 2. He's going to let me know what that is. Adams was a fun first episode. Please bear with us. It was a learning experience, but actually it worked out rather well. The sound was actually okay, and Adam, those mics actually did wonderful, so I don't need to get new mics. So that's a great thing to hear. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was happy to hear that myself. Yeah, guys. So check that out. I'll be sure to post more about that when we get it going. You can also, if you want to, there's not much on there. Jonathan's also starting to build a ADHDgamer.com website, which I don't know how we got that fucking URL, but ADHDgamer.com, you can check us out there. It's going to build up more and more as we go, and we will definitely be posting more stuff there. So, guys, would you like to say anything to the wonderful people that actually pay attention to us every week, which is surprising that there's actually a couple people that actually do that?
Thank you so much for listening to us. It's nice that you guys actually listen, and see you later, ADHD gamers.
All right, guys, you have a good evening.
Really, Adam? Back of the box quote? Back of the box. So these people listen to your voice every week, but you only talk like 4 sentences a week, and these people listen to your voice, and you're not going to tell them anything else.
Listen, all I have to say at this point,
I want everybody to know that he is scrolling through Facebook on his phone. I can see it in his glasses.
I'm stalling so hard because I'm looking for something, because I remembered seeing something on the Facebook page.
I want everybody to know that he is also scrolling on his phone. I can see it in his glasses.
Thank you to Philip Jones for the lovely comment on the ADHD Gamer Facebook group
Man, here. You know what I gotta say about Philip Jones? I'll call Philip Jones right now. Fuck Philip Jones. Fuck Philip. I know he's one of my buddies. He lives down the road. So fuck Philip Jones.
Well, Philip, I appreciate you and your top fan badge.
Actually, if you want to get technical, fun fact, Mike's fun facts, I was in Philip Jones's wedding.
Oh. Well, fun fact, you're probably going to be in mine.
Called it.
Oh god! Oh god!
Called it.
Is it happening?
Welcome to everybody being awkward, but the three of us. Anyway, all right, guys, let's go ahead and say bye to these people. Everybody, I want everybody to tell, thank you for watching. For real, we really do appreciate it. We really do appreciate you guys watching and listening.
We stay up very late every weekend just for you.
For some reason, we decided to do this late, even though it's probably better for us for the orneriness and stuff in the morning. It's probably better to do this at nighttime, but yeah, thank you guys for real. We really do appreciate it. Some of us might make us tear up a little bit that you actually do listen, and we do really appreciate it, because this is definitely something that we didn't expect for people to get. I mean, our Facebook page is on the way to 1,000 likes, and we really appreciate that. Kind of wish we would get more stuff on YouTube, but that's okay. You know, I mean, I work. I do not to toot my own horn, toot, but I do work very hard on this video, and I work very hard on this stuff, and a lot of the audio stuff gets likes, and the stuff and the memes stuff get great likes, and I really do. We as a group appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Keep paying attention. More stuff to come. Possibly a Patreon. I may even do a Patreon freaking show. That may be our thing. I don't know. We're talking more and more. And once again, guys, thanks. So this has been the ADHD Gamer, episode 33. Probably going to be called, what was Homeboy's name again?
Paco.
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 Fucking Paco is probably what this episode is going to be called.
Fucking Paco porn.
Probably going to have to censor that somehow. I don't know if Apple Podcasts and all that will let me put fucking on there, but I can put a couple stars. So thanks, guys. And ADHD Gamers has been wonderful. Gentlemen, say bye.
Goodbye.
Later.
May the force be with you.
Always.